or the dildo unicorns.
Your timing
Yee.
couldn't be more perfect.
I know. I tried really hard. I thought I nailed that.
You did.
Oh boy.
We got it on unicorn. Alright, so let me go ahead and load the map. You know, because that now's the time to test that, not while we were shooting the shit earlier.
Right? That makes complete sense to me.
Yep, sure does. It will totally fly off the rails now. Is Wild Roads north where Duke lives? I think it is. I was watching Mr. Ghost play the XCOM game earlier, and I was making maps, and I was like, I need to make these 3 maps, and I made 2 of them, and I'm like, 2's good enough.
Like, it either is or it doesn't matter.
Yeah, well, we'll just start making shit up if we have to. We always do. It's fine. Okay, so I did watch the end of the last episode. It is. Let me give you what I remember, and then you guys can fill in the blanks. So you guys had an amazing adventure. It was kind of like a dude, where's my car kind of thing, where you went off and you got this speeder after convincing the Jawas to trade it for the work on the ATTE. You brought the speeder back. You shot down some TIE pilots. You know, it was like one of those do things. And you just landed. A couple of notable things happened when you landed. The ATT looks spangly. It's cleaned. It's put together. You know, of the parts that they had, they're all put on. Now, you guys knew that there were some problems with it that maybe you didn't necessarily have parts for. You gave them the parts that you had, so some of those will be fixed. But you also, there's a Jawa who is like imitating Gar now. And as you guys were getting off the ship to make the trade, the first thing you said is, we got to go make sure this ship, this ATTE, is like properly put together before we do anything. And Gar turns around and there's a Jawa following him. And that's what I remember from the ending. What did I miss from you guys' perspective?
We got the guns from working guns from one of the TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm.
Gar took the not working ones to give to his little buddy.
I have a Padawan. Or apprentice, depending on which direction that ends up going.
Speaking of Padawan, all that extra work was done for the promise of an exchange of a certain item. That's a good call. Good reminder. Ghost, are you muted? Are you speaking into an unmuted mic?
He's muted.
I've been going through my notes and I'm like, shit, what did I promise that I'd give them?
You don't remember? You bastard.
Oh dear.
You told him you were going to give up your lightsaber.
No.
No.
Yeah, I think I would have written that down.
Yeah,
I would have thought you would have written down that you promised him Lucy. Or Ruby. Ruby, that's what her name is.
Yeah, there you go.
Giving up my best friend.
It's probably safer with them.
I'm like, Lucy, where'd Lucy come from?
Yeah, it's definitely safer to give the Sith Dark Crystal to a bunch of techno jargon tiny little midget assholes.
Well, we gotta check their work first, right? Like, let's check it out. Make sure that they did it all right.
Okay. So the Jawas are, kind of happy. They're like, waving you over. They're pointing at all the shiny bits that they put back right. And I would like to point out that, due to life events, I do not expect us to see click on this thing, Bob's character, Bob Rust. I do not expect to see him for a few sessions. He has indicated he wants to have had a mustache shaving accident. So we're gonna let that happen. I was gonna NPC him, and if the party
is it gonna require plastic surgery?
I have a plan, but let's just put a pin in that.
Good
until
God, like what kind of mustache shaving accident did he suffer from?
Have you ever seen?
He borrowed the lightsaber.
Have you
He
ever,
needs a hair transplant surgery for his upper lip.
have you ever
I-
seen Darth Malik from the original Knights of the Old Republic?
I'm gonna look it up real quick though.
Good, you should do that. Anyway, moving swiftly along. Unless you guys feel like you're at a disadvantage not having his skill set because he was one of your key mechanical people, I will make him available if it's going to hobble the party. But I'd rather let him just drift off until Raccoon's ready to come back.
Can he chill with Duke?
Yeah, he can absolutely chill with Duke. Who's going to work on his face? Craven, you look it up yet?
Yeah,
he's
the picture
got, like,
doesn't make
this-
sense yet. So hold on.
I thought there for a second that Duke was going to work on his face. I'm like, oh dear. Work on his face. I'm like, oh dear.
This picture
Work on his
doesn't
face.
show
What
anything.
the-
Hold
what
on.
the-
Shit.
He's
There
got
we-
like the high collar on that covers like right to the bottom of his nose.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, because his lower jaw's missing.
That's not a shaving accident.
It's
It's like self-mutilation.
That depends
His
on what
lower jaw is just gone.
I'm going to draw a mustache on it.
he
On the
could've-
lower jaw?
on Darth Malik.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. No, he successfully shaved the mustache, though. Along with his lower jaw.
Yeah.
He used a thermal detonator.
He tried to do it the Brazilian style and he used fire paste.
Oof.
I mean, it looks like he used detonite.
As his
Detonite,
aftershave?
Fire paste. He didn't know the difference.
That's rough, kid.
I'm a explosive
No,
expert.
he
I can
tried.
take this off.
He tried to use that tape to just like wax it off.
Yeah, no, he's like, I'm an explosives expert. I can make this work. I'm a fucking Bob Ross, man. I got this. And then,
Happy little
Or
accident.
Bob.
where's my lower jaw?
But he wants to be super friendly to kids. So I've got to like paint it with like clown stuff.
That's so gross. There's something wrong with him.
But clowns don't.
None
belong.
of that's his idea. That's all me.
Oh god.
Clowns don't belong in any setting.
He put one sentence in that said Bob went to shave the other half of his mustache. Since he hadn't shaved his lip in years, he nearly sliced his lip off. That's the entirety of the backstory
Yeah.
he gave me. So I get
Good
to run with
news,
that.
you didn't shave your lip off, but you did take your lower jaw off.
So anyway, we were gonna put a pin in that. It was gonna be a surprise. He's not gonna watch this. Why am I even bothered? So who wants to do what, and who's gonna be doing the mechanical stuff?
I mean, it's just like a giant robot. I'm pretty good at robot mechanic.
You cannot use leadership on this.
I actually have the exact same check as he does in mechanics.
Oh, okay. So, well, tell me what you're looking at first. Oh, we're not gonna get away with the just make one roll thing. We're not doing that. Like, I'll let you make checks for stuff, but you got to tell me what you're doing. Also, this is the internal map for the ATTE over here in the corner. I didn't check something that's really important. Oh, good. You can drop tokens on it. Woo! I did not check to make sure you could drop tokens on it.
Well, Hook, you think they did a good job? I don't
Yeah.
see any like hanging wires or anything.
I mean, the door opens. That's a step one. Let's sit down in the captain seat here and see if she turns on.
Yes, power up.
I assume there's some kind of like cycle that you run through to make sure everything is good.
Yeah, so there's different levels of that, but there is like a pre-flight checklist you could do that requires like walking around the vehicle and checking all the actuators and stuff. And then there's like full maintenance mode where you pop panels open, and then there's I just turn the key and hit the button.
We're gonna go with the first one where we walk around. We're gonna actually do the checklist, safety checklist.
Okay. Alrighty. So let's start with like the mechanical actuators. So that's actually external to the vehicle, where you walk around and you check all the panels and make sure everything's buttoned up and all of the actuators are moving. Go ahead and give me a mechanics check. I assuming Crikey, since he's inside, is looking at like the controls and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and take a boost for Crikey helping you out with that. And Abs, I can't remember your real name. Abs and Gar. Yeah, I'm a real good GM. I can remember my players' names. It's all right. What are you guys doing? Realize, Gar, that you really legitimately, this mini Gar is following your guy around. At one point in time, as you're walking around the camp and he's doing this checklist, there is a scene where the mini Gar has climbed into a tree and tried to jump out of the tree onto a Nuna to try to attack it from above and completely missed. But he's blatantly mimicking you.
Yeah, I'm gonna start his training. He is my protege. That's more ambiguous than apprentice or Padawan. I like that. Yeah, he's gonna be my protege as we form the. I'm gonna teach him to be a hunter.
Okay.
We'll go hunting.
He's going to be listening intently to everything that you've come up with. Oh, I wanted to roll something real quick. Hey, what'd you get on your check there, Kizik?
2 purples. What am I rolling against?
It's 2 purples. Yeah, sorry. It's an average check. Awesome. So, I'm not going to say it's in perfect nick, but it's in pretty good shape compared to what you expected it to be. Long story short, they didn't have all the parts. They don't have original parts. They had to make do with certain things. One of the forward actuators is off a completely different kind of walker. There's bits and bobs that have been glued on. Also, the cannon on top is a original cannon. It's not a late war cannon, which means that it is a mass driver cannon. Here's, by the way, a card for the EotE, and this is accurate to its stats. That means it takes ammunition. It works like a Wookiee bowcaster. And during this walkthrough, that would be the first time that you would have realized that.
Yeah, so we need giant bullets to put in this, right?
That is the case, yeah.
Man, how are we going to make those? Going to have to get somebody to take a look at that.
Yeah, that's a little bit hard to just find out in the world.
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be finding them out in the world. You're probably going to make those.
Oh, all right. So we got to fabricate some giant weapons. Hey, you had a big gun that you wanted to make too. It's right in the same spot.
Yes, right. I got to find somebody that can make that too. He's got schematics in that tablet.
What about the Jawas? You think they might have any ammunition?
We could maybe ask him. Have you done a power systems check yet?
I walked around the outside. All the actuators are actuators. It's missing 12 rivets, but they just used, it looks like spit. No, that's mud. A little bit of hair. And yeah, it looks like it'd stay together. Can we run through a power cycle first?
So the next thing to do is to check the status of the actual engine. This is a cooperative check between the pilot and the engineer. I'm assuming you're playing the engineer right now.
Yeah, man.
So, you guys can break that check up however you want, but it takes 2 people. It needs someone in the cockpit starting up the different systems as someone is in the engine checking it out. It's a mechanics check for the engine, and it's a planetary piloting for the driver.
Right.
2 purples on both sides.
Give me a couple minutes to walk back to that engine room.
Yeah, take your time, mate. I'm flipping switches.
Oh, okay. I got one that says main power.
Gar, your mini Gar has created a basic vocabulator so that it can speak Jawa and it sort of speaks basic out the other side. He did technically pass his check, but only just and with some threats. So I'm going to say it doesn't work incredibly well, but you are actually now able to talk to Minigar, and he has basically said, "Can I come with you? I want to be like you. I don't want to work on machines. I don't like machines. All the rest of the Jawas make fun of me."
Yeah, absolutely. I'm 100% supporting that. I was going to kidnap him if he wasn't. I'd tell him that.
I don't think he cares. No, he definitely doesn't care. He's getting what he wants. Dubs, Abs has been tasked with going to the Jawas and finding this ammunition. How are you going? How are you going about this?
So I'm just gonna kind of walk up to the that droid that we had, that what, Leroy or whatever.
Elroy.
I assume he's Elroy. So he was our translator, right, to understand what the heck these Jawas say.
Yes.
So I'm just gonna say, hey, look, we're kind of looking for some ammunition for this ship here. You guys have some?
So Elroy is going to be like, "Let me consult with the clans, and I'll be right back." And he goes and he checks with some things, and he comes back and he says, "We don't actually have any ammunition in stock because there wasn't any on the Walker, and obviously we don't have any guns like this. But we could make some rounds for you if you wanted. We have fabrication capabilities here. That would be an extra cost."
Sure. What kind of extra cost are we talking about?
Well, what do you have to offer? Remember, Jawas like to barter. They don't want to just get paid.
Gotcha. Well, I'm gonna kind of walk over. Well, I'll tell you what. Let me talk to the rest of my crew and see what we're interested in doing here. Now, as far as your fabrication abilities, I mean, are you able to fabricate any amount, or is there only a certain amount that you can fabricate?
We would be limited by the resources we have available, but beyond that.
Okay. All right. Let me go talk to the rest of the crew. Okay. So I kind of take a little walk around over here, kind of hide away from the Jawas and get on the comms and talk to everybody. Hey guys, these Jawas, they have a fabrication facility where they can actually make ammunition for our big gun, and they want to know what we want to give them to have them make the ammunition, or if we're interested. What do you guys think?
Come on in the ship. We're trying to turn on an engine right now.
One of you rolled a triumph.
I triumphantly looked at the engine as it was powering up.
Okay, and
it didn't blow up.
with that said, I'm going to go ahead and just skip over whatever Crikey rolled, unless he rolled another triumph.
Nah, I got 2 successes there.
Yeah. Okay, so you guys are done. It's in functional order. Everything is working at acceptable conditions, but there are absolutely holes in this thing. They're just parts that they didn't have, especially electronics. Aiming is going to be manual. Just, little itty bitty things that are mostly cosmetic or inconveniences.
So Alcor finally makes it into the ship, and I go, "Man, you said Jawas have a fabrication plant. They're Jawas. They're just gonna weld together a 20-gallon barrel and put a bunch of explosives in there and say, yeah, that'll fit. And it probably will."
Okay. If that's not what we're interested in, then hey, that's fine. If we're looking for, I mean, we can ask them specifically what they're actually able to do. But yeah, if they're gonna give us some kind of crap stuff that's not gonna work very well, then yeah, we don't have to worry about even looking at it. But we can ask some more details, I guess.
Hey, Cracky, hit that thing that says lights again.
Right, lights.
A piece of paper on a string that says light falls from the sky. That's lights. They clearly didn't have a light bulb that fit in there, so they just rigged it so it dropped a piece of paper that said light.
Right, okay, so we need some bulbs to finish this off. We're going to need a lot of stuff, really.
I mean,
But do you think it's ready to go against that Jupiter?
More armor is always helpful. It's going to be tough to try to aim this thing. It's going to need to be right on us, but we knew that anyway. Also, at one point we were talking about getting a big fishing line, so we have to put that on this thing.
Now wait a second. It kind of sounds like, from what you guys are talking about, it sounds like this ship still needs a lot of work. I mean, are we Are we accepting the way this ship is right now for payment of, like, say, Ruby and all the other stuff that we wanted to give them?
It's like
Or is there still some stuff they need to fix?
a week better than what we could have done to it in the same time. Like, it was 8 hours ago. This thing had it. It was in pieces. They took one of the arms off. The entire gun is off, and they put it all back together, and it's functioning right now.
So it sounds like we're okay with that then.
I mean, we're ready to trade and walk out of here.
All
we
right.
still got to find some stuff.
Right. I know that we did talk about the fishing line and some armor. They say that they can make ammo for the mass driver cannon.
And that would be with quotey fingers. We don't know exactly what that means, but yeah.
I kind of promised them Ruby. So let's see what we can get out of it. Because Ruby's pretty damn valuable.
I'd like to point out that up until this point, only Gar and Crikey have known about Ruby. Even when you offered him to the Jawas, you didn't necessarily tell the rest of the party about it. I'm only pointing this out because I'm not sure if anyone was going to have a reaction to what the hell is Ruby.
I mean, they know it's a red lamp thing that he calls Ruby.
They do know it's a red lamp thing. That's true. I guess that's fair. That's fair. I just wanted to point it out before we, I didn't want to. I
need to know.
Didn't want to take away anyone's opportunity to be like, what?
So I don't think this is the best living conditions for Ruby. But the Jawas will they've got that big old monster walker land thing. Their city, their mobile city. I think they'll take good care of Ruby.
I mean, that's the little red lamp thing.
Yeah. I've been talking to it. It's giving me this like really
right now.
really weird feelings, mate. No, I need to get it off my chest, get it away from me.
I mean, I talk to the worm at the bottom of the tequila bottle sometimes, but it doesn't talk back.
Right.
I mean, they looked real happy to get it. They put together this thing, and if that's what you think you need to do, that's what you need to think to do.
Well, let's try to get some maybe armor and fishing line, and I'm sure they've got a light bulb somewhere. So let's try to get everything we can out of it.
All right. I mean, you stay in here, and you. The guy that just hurt himself, he said something about meditating. I don't know if that will help you talk to your thing or not. But yeah, I'm gonna head back out. We want better armor. We want a big old fishing line, and maybe some bullets. And they're really excited about getting that, so we'll sell it on them.
Is
Yeah,
Crikey handing that to Kizik to take out there?
Oh no. If we're gonna walk out there, I'm walking out there with it.
Okay. I need to know who touches it. That's all.
I get you. Yeah, it's still me. I'm gonna have a hard time giving it up, to be honest. I hope that I act this out properly, because
I hope you have massive guilt over giving up our friend without even talking to me about it.
You've shifted 3 to the light side. Let me check the book. I think you're at 3.
He did shift down, remember, because he gave me some.
Yeah, but he was at 4. Yeah, Crikey's at 3 light side, Gar's at 2 dark side. Last time I took the notes. With a shift of 3, she's not talking to you anymore.
right.
So she won't be whispering in your ear. She's going to be screaming at Gar, though.
I'm gonna tell her like I really don't know what I can do. I can't fight my friend. Like it's literally it's pretty
Okay.
much why.
Well, let's talk that out. Ruby's gonna be like, you could just take it. It's rightfully yours. It's not just his, and you could take me with you if you wanted. Can't see me steepling my fingers when I'm doing that.
Yep. Totally understand.
In the meantime, we're talking to the Jawa. We're like, all right, so we need some more armor and like really, really thick wire rope cable. We need like fishing line, lots of it. About 1,000 feet. You got that?
The Elroy, not Leroy, Elroy. Elroy is like, 1,000 foot of cable. We can just throw that in, and if you want some scrap metal, we can work for that. But do you still want this ammunition? Because we can make ammunition for you. We can make lots of things for you. We're artisans. Well, I mean, look at what we did with the Walker. We can fix things.
Oh yeah, you guys did a great job. By the way, there's a light bulb that's missing. It's just got a string that says light on the end of it.
Oh yeah, and they all point.
Absolutely.
They all point to the little one that's following Gar around. They're like, that was him.
Right. So maybe some like quality control would be great. If you guys could go back through, double check your shit. I would I'll give you this, and I pull Ruby out. And I'm like, in good faith now, you guys are gonna follow through and do your job. And I hand this over to the lead Jawa. We're good for it. We paid up, right? So you guys follow through and do your job. Good trade.
So Ruby's talking in Gar's ear, and the second the Jawa touches it, she's like mid-sentence and she stops. She's just gone. And his eyes,
Ruby?
and his eyes shift. The Jawa's eyes shift, crikey, as you hand him this thing. They go from their normal yellow-orange to crimson, and he chuckles and puts it in his pocket.
Excellent. I think we're going to be great friends.
Yeah, if you guys want to come this way, we'll show you your new air speeder that lets you defend yourselves from the air. And inside it, we got you extra defensive musicians for your lounge guy.
Awesome. So they're already in the process of unpacking that. Like the second you stuck that, they're all over it. They're already pulling a plate over to patch the hole in the back of it. I'd like to point out that I understand what you say about Jawas and everything, and there is definitely some of that, but the whole like, hey, quality control, blah blah blah, there's not going to be any improvement over what they already did. They actually did a really they triumphed twice. They did a really good job. So while there are some Jawa-isms in the thing, because the Jawa put it together, with the materials on hand, you're not going to get a better job with the ATT. With the Mauler vehicle, they're already rebuilding it. These are very technically proficient Jawas. They're much different than the Kevons.
So they get the fishing line. Will they do the armor?
They're going to give you some scrap metal that's armor plating that's basically just cast-offs for them, and they're going to give you 1,000 foot of cable. The barter point for them is the ammunition. They are giving you that because they want to sweeten the pot. They want you to buy the ammunition from them.
How much do they want for the ammo? Or what do they want for the ammo?
So they're kind of looking for you to make an offer, but if you are going to offer credits, they will take credits as a last resort. But really, they're looking for anything you guys can give them services or material wise, or if you could work out a deal, or if you knew a thing to do. They're definitely more interested in materials, and you will get a better deal that way than raw credits. But if you want raw credits, they're going to charge you 100 credits a round for the railgun rounds.
I can give you information. We know of an ancient laboratory underground, and it's probably got loads of cool shit down there.
That's a great bartering thing. Do you want to make that negotiate check, or do you want to have Kizik do that?
Oh
Do
man,
you think that's a good idea?
No, that's a great idea. They had like cybernetic Nexu that were in stasis cages. Like that's right up you guys' alley, right? I was thinking about like offering to go for a hunt for you, but giving them like cybernetic Nexu, yeah. You guys interested in a little cybernetic Nexu action?
So they start going, when you say Nexu, they're like, yeah, I don't know, Nexu, you kind of eat us, and then you say cybernetics and underground facility, and they're like, on the other hand, what would you, how much ammunition would you be looking to trade for that? And then go ahead and roll your negotiate check.
Still 2 purples.
Hold on, you are negotiating with the chief, so you should be using his negotiate skill, and I don't have that written down. Hold on a second. It's 1 red, 1 purple, but because of Ruby and reasons I won't go into, you're going to get 4 boosts to your negotiate.
So these are going to be the bad guys at the end of the campaign, right?
No comment. Some stories tell themselves. So. All right. They are totally willing to do. You got 5 successes?
Yep.
They're totally willing to do 10 rounds for the big railgun. No problem whatsoever. In exchange for the information on faith. Like, they won't even verify it. They'll just accept that you guys have had good dealings. They will trust you. 10 rounds right out of the gate.
Yeah, if you want to verify those, the computer in that Mauler tactical responder like will take you exactly there.
If you want to negotiate for some more, basically they're interested in picking up any sort of unique weapons or trinkets you guys have. And any extra work you give them would help negotiate for more. For example, at least 1 party member needs a repair, and at least 2 party members are interested in having some custom work done. Buying that here will sweeten the pot for them.
Oh, they'll make the bowcaster for us?
The bolt caster? Yes.
The bolt caster, yeah.
They absolutely
You mean
will.
the 2 bolt casters?
Yes, that's the 2 people who need work, right?
Yeah,
right.
The 2 bolt casters.
And I still haven't made the custom card for it yet, but I have the thing I'm basing it on in here. This one? Or was it this one? I think it was this one.
I made you a mini garb.
I see it. It's making its way over there. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, then we'd like to negotiate for the 2 bolt casters.
Okay. So they're going to offer. So they're going to ask for manufacturing for these things. They're going to say, you know, this is a really custom piece of engineering, and if you're going to pay in credits and not materials, we're going to want like 30,000.
Right. Well, we told you where there's Nexu in cybernetic stuff is going to be. We've also given you Ruby.
I've already
30,000.
cut the price in half metagame, just so you know.
I get you.
Is that for both of them, or is that for?
That's why I
one?
cut the price in half. That's the price normally for one. They're going to do both of them.
Right. It's just I don't have that kind of money. Hold on. Let me look at what I do have.
We don't really have a lot of money because we don't get paid.
Yeah.
All you have to do is point. Listen. If there's one thing that we've learned as we've adventured together, is that we don't worry about the money. We just forward the bills onto the financer.
He's over there looking right now.
Yeah, you're thinking way too hard. See, I figured this one out. When I want something, I just tell them to bill it to Hooks, and he always takes care of it. He's never once come and said, "Hey, man, what's this?"
He might be broke.
Not my problem.
Yeah, I don't have anything with me that I could even trade. Need it all.
Definitely do have something, but at some point, Gar's going to wander over there. He's got his protege with him.
His protege has been telling him the whole time
Uh-huh.
about this rancor that attacked the city, and it ripped a whole section off the back. It was as big as the floating transport, and it ripped a whole section off the back of the boat.
And he knows where it is?
He knows vaguely where it is.
See, I was going to do something good, and now I want to just wander off and see if we can find it.
You could still do something good.
I'm gonna go tell Crikey about it and find out that he's trying to barter for shit.
Yeah, man. So I got 10,000 hard credits right here. I got a couple of nuggets of materials. And man, we're hitting this hard. And are you guys hungry? Like, we are good at providing food.
Right, I got some money too. This is my pocket money.
Hey, Chris. Do the Jawas know what glitter spice is?
Glitter? Yeah, they know what glitter stem is.
Oh man.
With that said, you're gonna have been talking to Minigar, and the first thing he's gonna say, I love his outfit. The first thing he's gonna say is,
I made it better already.
Yeah, he's gonna run up to the chief and be like, "Great hunter, big rancor. Great hunter, big rancor." And that's all that the translator's spitting out. But because he is a translator, everyone can hear him saying this as he's chittering to the Jawa chief.
So yeah, I'm gonna tell Crikey that he knows they've been attacked by a giant rancor. We could probably barter taking care of that for them.
Yeah, it's true. That guy's on our list anyway, right?
I mean, they don't know that.
Right.
Yeah, you guys might need to have those bolt casters up front to be able to help you take care of that too.
That's true.
I'm stabbing a rancor in the nuts.
I can also give him like all this money. This is my pocket money.
I tried to make his armor look as patchy as I could.
You have a platinum ingot in there.
Yeah. You think they'll take that?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That'll probably knock 10,000 off the price.
Oh, excellent. All right. We're getting these bolt casters, mate.
I got this jetpack and this refined cortosis staff too.
You really gonna give up your jetpack there?
It's not the jetpack. As you hold the refined cortosis staff, the last vestiges of your attachment to Ruby seem to flow through it.
Wait, she's part of this thing too?
So she's tied to the holocron, but you have items of focus in quotation marks. So does Crikey. So you're going to have a really hard time emotionally parting from the cortosis staff.
All right, yeah, I'll keep it.
It wouldn't be impossible for you to do, but you will it's one of those things where you go to throw it in the pile and be like, yeah, but
I got this jetpack.
A Jawa the jetpack. I've seen something very similar to that to show.
I want to convince their leader, who has Ruby, to use the jetpack.
Okay. So you guys are negotiating. The Elroy droid comes over to Hookruz and is like, "Hey, you guys are hunters. You have giant vehicle. The Jawa leader is wondering if you would be interested in taking an assignment to go for a hunt, or at least clear a space that they're looking to move to. We've taken a contract to provide logistical support for a group of hunters that are going out to the west. When we tried to make the trip the first time before we landed here, giant rancor attacked our home. And if you would escort us to where we want to go, or eliminate said threat, we'd be willing to give you a significant discount on the work you need done, and we'll throw in 50 more rounds of ammunition.
You want us to take out this Rancor like right now?
Well, you'd have to find it first. It is a little difficult to find, otherwise we would have tried to take care of it already.
I mean, as great hunters, our time is very valuable. We can definitely find this, but
alternately, you could just escort us to the location to the west. There's a group of hunters out there that are hunting a great beast out to a city to the west, and they have contracted with us to provide a base camp for them. We have to go out there anyway. If you were interested.
Is that the one where the big worm is? I ask Crikey.
Yeah, way out to the west.
So basically, both quests are amenable to us.
Yeah, that's true.
So you guys said 50 rounds, plus the 10 you already going to make us, plus you're going to make us 2 bolt casters.
We said we discount the bolt casters, so we would only need, say, 10k, or that platinum ignit. They're very interested in that platinum ingot.
So they don't want the jetpack then, right?
I'm not going to say they don't want it. There are several Jawas already fighting over who's going to get to use it. You could sell it for a profit, but they're not specifically asked. The chief is wary of it.
Of course he is, bastard.
You're also getting to the point where you can kind of tell their age, and you can tell that Minigar is actually probably just out of adolescence, as where the chief is certainly venerable. You're getting to the point where you can you've dealt with Jawas enough, you kind of understand their culture a little bit better and their mannerisms.
Oh, how old was the one I ate?
It was hard to tell because he screamed a very high-pitched noise when you bit into his hand, but that's kind of understandable because you bit into his hand.
It's fair.
You update your stuff too?
Who, me?
Yeah, I thought you updated yours, so you had a different weapon.
Yeah, I give myself a spear.
Oh, it's in my direct messages. I see it. Oh, that's not it.
I can send another.
Oh, I found it. So which task are you more amenable to? Because if you go hunt the Rancor, we're completely willing to, we'll trade you the carcass of the Rancor for everything you want, and you can keep a trophy off of it because we know you're hunters and you'll want the head or something. But we'll take whatever's left over because the meat and the carcass will provide much for the community. But we won't pay you until you find and kill it. Because, well, frankly, we're pretty sure you're not coming back from that one.
Well, I can tell you having the bolt casters to take down the Rancor would help out a lot and would help the odds,
Yes, but if you fail, we've lost all that material.
I mean, yeah, but what can you tell us about it? It attacked you, right? And you
So,
couldn't fight it off with your spider droids?
yeah, so you look at the size of this vehicle behind them, and it's pretty heavily armed, but they've obviously built on top of it. And where there's, the Clone Wars era armor, there are gouge marks the size of your being in the side of this thing, where obviously it has been attacked and gouged. There's a ripped off turret on the top that was probably an anti-aircraft turret. Like whatever it was big enough to rip things off of the side of this massive vehicle.
Is our walker equally as big as that?
Your walker is actually significantly smaller than that. ATTs are not actually as big as like ATATs. This scale over here with the inside map, I was hoping was going to give you an idea. Like you said engine room earlier, and I chuckled to myself. There is no engine room. There's a panel that flips up with an engine in it. This is the interior map for the walker. Give you an idea of the scale.
And everybody huddles around. They go, I mean, last time they tried to get out west, it attacked them. So we could just escort them that way and hope that it attacks them again. Like they just hit its either hunting grounds or home or breeding grounds. And as he's escorting them, we can, what is that thing that Gar likes to do? Use us as bait. So I say we escort him there with the hopes of getting them both.
Yes, it's a pretty good idea. Let's try it. I mean, we want them to live anyway. They can help us out. They want us to live. So I don't think they're going to, backstab us or anything. It'll also give us a good platform to try this thing out. I've never driven this thing before.
Are we going to leave our floating one here?
Maybe we should leave it with Duke. Duke's pretty close by, right?
Like actually leave it there instead of hide it in the woods 10 feet from its place?
I mean, either way. Bob maybe could take it to Duke's and then chill at Duke's.
That sounds good. Good luck, Bob. Looks like you're getting a little bit of stubble on that upper lip. You probably want to shave that.
He mulls that one sentence over.
He flips
hours.
Flips out a vibro knife.
What do you mean? Would I look better with no mustache?
Oh, I've got artwork to do on him.
Just has intrusive thoughts the whole way over to Duke's.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chief. Jawa Chief. I think we're going to escort you to the west. If you guys aren't too... I mean, you guys work real fast. I kind of like mechanics. Can I look over your shoulder as you're making those bolt casters? I'm sure Craigie will want to do that too. He built himself a bolt caster.
It's a bowcaster, actually. It's a little bit different.
You built a bowcaster. This is a bolt caster.
Yeah, they're quite different, and they're gonna be like, yes, you absolutely can. It's going to actually take a while. Being hunters, we thought you might want to do a hunt while we were working on them. However, the choice is yours. If you want to talk to your companions about how they would like to spend, it's going to take us a day or two to both make these, and then we have to pack up the city and get ready to go. So it will take a few days for us to be fully ready to leave.
Gar has already disappeared into the forest at the thought of that.
Going on a hunt.
Yeah. But
I have my new partner.
Yeah, he can't just disappear because Minigar won't be able to find him.
I'm teaching him how to stealth. He's terrible at it.
Just a hand from a bush comes out and pulls a baby Gar into it. Well, yeah, no, you guys have fun making them. Oh no, I don't want to leave a drone here. No. We'll be hunting. We'll come back.
Very
What do you guys like to eat?
Egg.
I mean, eggs aren't that hard to hunt. I bet you even Abs could get himself an egg.
Yeah, eggs. We can do eggs. No worries.
So you know a place to get them locally too. We eat whatever we can. We're scavengers. However, we prefer eggs. Eggs are special, not cooked.
What? Can I roll a xenology? What creatures in the area have eggs?
You don't need to roll a xenology. You've hunted the shit out of this particular area. There are all sorts of normal animals that lay eggs, like Cadu and such, that are around here. They're not like hard to hunt. They're not dangerous. The thing around here you've gotten eggs from a couple times is the Mudhorn Cave. There are Kinrath and Mudhorn in that cave. And they both lay eggs and are very dangerous. And you happen to know that Jawas love Mudhorn eggs.
Right, you guys want to go fight a mud hole? Maybe get some eggs.
Yeah, we got 10 shells in this big thing.
Yeah, we could walk it over there, like check it out.
I don't think anything's going to fit in the cave, but you can if you want.
Not in the cave. We'll just drive it over there. You know, like test it out.
Sure.
It's got a big gun. Mudhorns are kind of big. I'm thinking of it like a giant sniper rifle.
What do we have? Like 10 shells?
Yeah, but they're gonna make us 50 more as he's headed to the other camp.
So our gun is fully operational then? I'm assuming this thing actually does work.
They put it together. There's a button that says fire.
Is it a button or a piece of paper that says fire? Big difference.
No, you push the button and the system catches on fire.
There you go. Well, it does do what it says it was going to do, I guess.
Well, let's finish our pre-check, and then we'll start the thing, and we'll drive it around for a little bit, test it out.
So we got mechanically a good engine looks good. Your pre-flight check sounds good. So turn the key.
You checked actuators already?
Yeah, that was the first one. They got enough.
You know, I gotta say the comms sound really good. When you were out there, we had a good connection with the comms.
That's what I'm like. Good things. I got a planetary comm in my backpack. Oh, it pretty much is my backpack.
Right, I'm gonna turn the key.
It's going to cut on. So you guys have this internal map, and that is partially because you're going to find doing what you're trying to do, where you put the tokens on top of this thing because it's animated, is going to be a nightmare, and I've had many projectiles come off of these ATTEs at lightning velocity. So I would discourage you from putting your tokens on there unless you want me to have to stop the game to make a new token. But,
Oh, that's the front seat. Is the pilot seat.
I hope so. That's what my... Yeah, I saw those too, but that one looks like seats up there too.
I thought that was the gunner.
So on this, there's one seat that's not listed on that deck plan. That is, there is an external seat on top of the gun, the main gun, where you sit in the main gun. You're exposed to the elements, and you physically turn it and fire it like a turret.
Is that main gun like a 360 gun? I mean, that thing can go all the way around, right?
It turns all the way around. It is very slow.
Yeah, I figured.
It's an artillery piece, but the little guns, the 4 in the front and the 2 in the back, are anti-personnel blaster cannons. They swivel not 360 degrees, but very, very quickly. Quick question, because I'm trying to come up with the stats for the bolt caster. It's one of the things I forgot to do. Would you guys rather have a lot of fire? Because the way I envision this thing is it actually fires the same round as the railgun on top of the ATTE, but from your person. But because of that, would take a long time to recharge. It's not a slow reload; it's that it has to recharge, so it'd be slow firing instead of prepare. Would you have a preference on that, or would you rather have it do less damage, take a smaller round, and not have the slow firing quality?
Yeah, I was hoping it was going to replace my normal bowcaster.
Well, yes, it would replace your normal bowcaster. But you have to understand that the whole appeal of this thing is that, like, it's basically an upgraded Verpid Shatter Rifle, but because of that, it has to come with the negative drawback. And I'm just trying to figure out. Truthfully, I think statistically, you are miles ahead taking the slow firing quality, but
Yeah, I like that one.
it's up to you guys.
I'll go with the slow fire.
Okay. Okay. So let me write some stuff down because I don't have an actual card for this yet. Yeah, start walking. It's a 2 purple average check, by the way, to drive in any normal flat terrain, but as you're going through any type of like high terrain, like bushes or over the water, stuff like that, you're going to take an upgrade for that. If you do a couple successful checks, we'll say that you've learned how to drive that thing. Yeah.
See, it's 2 purple and a red. Go over that.
Can I co-pilot him down some?
It's an upgrade, not an add. So if it's 2 purple normally and you go over water, it would be 1 red, 1 purple. And yes, you can absolutely co-pilot because it specifies that it has a co-pilot seat, I believe.
Is Abs on the big gun?
There's that shadow rifle there.
It can be, yeah. You said it's the one out on top of the friggin' thing, right?
Yeah, we kind of turned around and you aren't there. And we're like, oh man, did we lose him? And then over comms, you're like, no, I'm riding the big gun.
It is Space Invaders.
You get 1 off of your upgraded co-pilot check. I'm reading like the actual manual going, it says it's got an auto level feature. Like it knows how to do those things.
I think these things can climb up walls. Yeah,
Good
more
man.
success, 1 advantage.
I assume
Right.
Bar is just following us somewhere.
I don't know where he is. He disappeared with the Jawa. I think he's got a new best friend, really.
I want to sneak back and steal Ruby.
To go across the water was another red and a purple. Unless you want to roll your co-pilot again.
Take 3 off this time.
Holy moly.
No, it definitely says it can go up a wall. You just got to strap in.
All right, and then walking this way.
Okay.
How fast does this thing go?
Not very. So the card
Alright,
for
so-
the card for it's right
So
here.
I can literally keep up in a hunt with Junior.
Yes, you can.
Speed
You
1.
can do that because not just because of its speed, but because he has to stop and learn how to drive. Like when he went through the water, yes, he just he drug it across. But obviously, Crikey had to learn how to like dip the thing's toe in. They didn't
Right.
know it could go in water. They had to like figure out that it has a snorkel depth and things like that.
He stopped. He pulled the manual out. He's going through the manual. I'm like, oh yeah,
All
there's an auto level.
All right. Well, I'm going to ask Minigar what their favorite food to eat is. Specifically, what the chieftain's favorite food to eat is, and I'm going to hunt specifically that. I'm going to attempt to ingratiate myself with
It's
our
eggs. We're
chief.
already doing that.
He's not paying attention. He just wants Ruby back. He wouldn't listen
Yeah.
to a word you said, but he is
It's
going
all
to tell
about the
you all
eggs,
those
right?
same things, though.
Yeah, I know it's eggs, but I mean there could be something better than just eggs, like specific eggs.
Big eggs.
The chieftain loves mudhorn eggs, but in the cave where the mudhorns are, there's these Kilrath, and there's these shiny crystals. And he's really always been fascinated with this one, like, glowing, pinkish, reddish crystal that grows in the back of that cave, but none of the Jawas have ever been able to get to it.
I couldn't
That's
help.
that's not on our way to where we're going, is it? Or is it?
It's
It doesn't look like it's on the.
It's in the cave with the mudhorn.
Yeah,
Sounds like they like shiny things.
I'm gonna slip in there and see if I can get that.
That's going to be a little mini adventure, which we're going to do in just a second. I need to finish making this card.
Take your time.
You guys are about to get bolt casters. So it's damage 18, critical 3, encumbrance 4, rarity is 9. These two are the only two in existence. HP hard points are 3. It has slow firing and it has slow firing 1 and breach 1. And it can take upgrades.
Breach 1. Holy
Sounds like
shit!
some nice stuff, man.
Breach 1 is kind of important where you're going.
Yeah.
I thought about making it the gunnery skill, but I think that'll throw both of you off. So I think what I'll probably do is make it heavy weapons, because I also think that the Verpin Shatter Rifle is a heavy weapon.
Should be.
Yeah, it's ranged heavy. But I think that's what we're gonna go with.
Yeah, I'd rather ranged heavy. Gunnery is awful.
Okay. Temporarily, this little note card is going to be your weapon card. I am making a real card for it, but I couldn't find a quick template that worked. So here's a card for each of you called Boltcaster. Okay, and I've got it written down in my notebook, so it is now canon, because it's in the notebook. Everything in the notebook is canon. Even that little bit of energy drink I just dripped in there.
Cannon!
Speaking of which, it's 9. I'll be right back.
You mean shoot? I'm ready to shoot. Or not
Yeah.
that kind of cannon.
Oh my god, that was awful.
I know.
That's
I
why
thought
we
you didn't have
despaired.
kids.
It was terrible. I know.
I thought you didn't have kids.
He can still do dad jokes.
No, you can't do dad puns if you're not a dad. There's rules, man.
I just wanted to be a part of something.
I mean, a dad joke is just a regular joke until the punchline becomes apparent.
Exactly. That was a good dad joke, too.
Also, this thing might not be able to go up walls.
It says it in the manual.
It didn't say we should be seat belted in, though. We're now climbing up to try to make it back to the driver's seats.
Yeah, the Jawas forgot the seatbelts.
Just be thankful we have seats.
Oh man, you're in the front driver's seat too.
I'm going to fall all the way back.
You're going to pancake me.
You know who's missing out on this is Gar.
We're missing out on bonding time with Baby Gar.
Gar's got his own little Grogu going.
Children. All right. So you guys are going on a mini adventure. So I know Gar wants to go after that crystal. Is everyone else good with the idea of going into the cave?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good with it.
Excellent. Makes it easier for me. Everyone sticks together. Let's so climbing up that to get on that plateau. That's a whole different level of check. Do you really want to go up there? Or would you rather go around? That's not a maneuver that ATT is normally capable of doing.
So, in the manual, it said that you can climb straight vertical. I attempted to and despaired by rolling a purple and a red.
Oh.
And yeah, so we're experiencing that despair, I think, right now.
It says it can climb vertically.
There was an episode of Clone Wars series that I saw it. I can try to find that clip. I'll send it to you.
That'd be really cool because it's not something I remember them doing it on spaceships. Like I know it can walk along the hull of a starship and fire its main cannon at starships.
Vertical battle, Star Wars, Clone Wars.
But you rolled a despair. So
Yeah.
what we're gonna say is, regardless of whether it's not supposed to be able to do it, it's not a function the Jawas ever thought you would need.
Right.
So
yeah.
they sort of didn't put that capability in, but the button's still there, or the button you think that does it is still there. So you started going up the hill, you got the front legs up, and you've turtled this thing. It's on its back. Had it there. Oh my god, stop it. Alright, we're gonna do it like this. Nobody touch. Lock. There we go. It's on its back.
So
It's still walking though. It's still trying to walk.
Yeah, it's just a beetle.
Well, I wanted it to do it like that, but every time someone clicks it, it tries to right itself automatically, so I had to lock it so no one could click it.
Sorry, everybody. There was this button. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
The manual says it's got to be low gravity, plus it's got like magnetic feet, which aren't going to work on that hill. I see it now.
Right. Yeah, sorry, everybody. Hold on. I can get it maybe flipped over.
Oh yeah, the flip over automatic button. How far do these actuators go all the way around?
No, I think what he needs to do is up on top, he can move the weapon.
Oh yeah, just
flip
look
us up.
straight up.
Oh, I forgot about that. He's not gonna be there anymore, one way or the other. Hey,
No, I'm in the weeds over here someplace. You know,
Can we get a coordination check from you, please? It's gonna be I'm gonna call it a slow tip over, so we're gonna call it 2 purples.
coordination.
It's going to give you a nice, easy check to land somewhere not safe.
Wonderful.
Yeah. He's getting your hopes up. You're like, 2 purples? I can actually do that.
So what am I rolling against?
You know, Craven, if you keep doing that, I'm gonna make you GM.
So just coordination flat out, or what else you want?
Yep, coordination.
I heard his hopes. Like you said, 2 purple. There was no
it's,
red.
It's 2
I
purple.
heard
You
his
didn't put any
hopes.
opposition. He's not
You won.
listening. No, you're not listening. You're not listening. It's 2 purples.
Oh, that's what I was asking. What am I rolling against? I kept hearing
You
nothing.
We said 2 purples like 50 times. That's the whole point of Craven's thing.
Oh my gosh.
You hurt me. You hurt me deeply, man.
There you go. 3-0.
There we go. You see, you
Happy?
land in a soft set of weeds. No, you're
Good news, you
you're
landed
happy.
safely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good news. You landed completely safely in a completely safe spot. No danger at all to you.
Yes, completely safe. You landed on Minigar.
Hey!
Something squishy underneath you, and it pokes you with a sharp stick.
It broke my fall.
Right, let's try to ride ourselves. Nobody's in the gun now. Shit. Maybe I gotta move up there.
You might be able to manually move the gun from inside the cockpit. Let's see if
Okay.
Kizik can figure that out.
Oh, is that a gunnery check?
Yerp.
Is that what you're gonna try and do? Is use the gun to roll yourself around?
Yeah. It says that link is right here.
Yeah, two reds, please. Oof, we're stacking these up right now, aren't we?
Well, he was successful.
So, before I take this one, I'm gonna give Ghost and Kizik an opportunity to do this to spare themselves. You guys want to take a crack at this, or you want me to do it?
I mean, we're using the gun to stand up. So we now have a sawed-off gun, or we got to bend that gun back in place after we flip over. Or maybe it just gets embedded into the like soft mud because it's right by a Diagon. No, what are those things?
Dianaga.
Dianagas. So I use it just like I think it would work, and we start moving up, but then the whole thing slides back down into the mud. We got to come up with a different way to get over.
Do you have do you have consent with that story, Craigie?
I like the idea of pulling up something with it. So we don't lose the gun, but now we have a fight on our hands.
So that was actually what I was going to do for your despair. Is you don't, because I believe this is a success with the despair. So you do right the vehicle, but there's no one in the gunner seat. And like your manual control of the motor is not the same as being able to shoot the gun. And now there's a Dianaga hanging in front of the cockpit. It's not an adolescent. It's a young adult. So it's not like a huge one, but it's enough. And it's like trying to punch holes through the screen. Like it can see the juicy giblets, and it's trying to use its stalks to attack you guys. Let me see if I can give you something that is going to somewhat represent this thing. It's not perfect, but it's close enough. So there you go. So this thing's hanging off the front, and it's got its little tentacle things. The size is about right like this, and it's got its little tentacle things, and the single eye stalk is it's smashing the front glass trying to get to the pilot and co-pilot.
Hey, we should check if the Jawas hooked up the little guns.
You want to run to the little guns?
Yeah, I'm gonna run over.
Okay, pilot hops out. That's a maneuver.
Hold on, sorry, Hook. And I like climb over him, and then I run over to the left-hand gun.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make sure that it's got power to it, and then I'm gonna pull the trigger.
Give me a gunnery check. I'm going to call it 1 red.
Oof.
Everyone in the party is close enough to be in this combat if they choose to be. Like the Gar and Minigar and Thodubs are in this grass right here. And they're all together.
I mean, we've got our bowcasters now, right?
Bolt caster, yes.
Yeah, bolt casters. Yeah, I am excited. I'm going to be testing this out.
Okay. The mini blaster, or the you say mini blaster and I say it now. The forward mounted twin light blaster cannon does 4 vehicle damage, which is 40 personal damage. And you got 3 advantages. So how would you like to spend your 3 advantages for that?
Can I knock it off the front?
It also has linked.
Oh, I'll link them.
It does also have link, which would be 80 damage. So, if you would like, Gar, you may shoot the gibs, like the biggest chunk that comes off of this thing, as the 2 right-hand cannons simultaneously synchronize in, and then shoot at the same spot at the middle of this thing and just blow it like clean off and over to here.
This doesn't feel like hunting anymore. This feels like slaughtering.
I feel
I like it.
As he's saying this whole thing, you guys hear the of the gibs hitting the top of the armor.
I grab a piece of Dianaga and a piece to Minigar, and we eat a little bit.
Sure. Who eats it? It's Good for him. He can eat raw food.
I can too, damn it.
Alcor, you want to get back in? Sorry, mate.
Absolutely. We're not going to go tumbling around, are we, anymore?
I'm not going to try to climb that cliff. That's for sure.
Okay. All right, well, I'm going to get back in that gunner seat in the top then again, if no one else is there.
Nope, I don't think anybody else is there. So you all guys are going to come around to the cave entrance then?
Yep.
Okay. Are you going to try to cross that bridge? Or are you going to try to ford the river any other way?
Break the bridge.
That's kind of what I'm...
Yeah, my plan was to like skip the bridge on the right and try to go into the river.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to park it right here outside the cave?
Yeah.
Excellent. Who is going into the cave?
Well, the way you say it makes me think that somebody should stay here.
You guys are just paranoid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Right,
there's
right,
nothing
yeah.
to worry about.
Except we just paid all this money for this thing.
Just ignore
paid
that
Ruby.
dark cave. Hey, what's the scale like of this cave? I mean, compared to our ship here.
There's no
Yeah, we wouldn't.
there's no way you're getting that in there.
Oh, I didn't say we're going in, but I mean, is this small? Is it like a one-person cave type thing, or is it still pretty big? Or
So a mudhorn can fit in here.
Yeah,
The
okay.
entrance is like mudhorn size. So
okay, good size.
Yes.
yeah, rhino, elephant size.
I was about to say, you do
Gotcha.
remember that scene from Mandalorian, right?
Yes, I
Yes.
do.
So it's that kind of cave.
Well, the
Giant
second you
woolly
said Mudhorn,
rhinoceros.
I'm like, okay.
So I'm gonna maybe somebody should stay here. Can you guys go get the eggs?
I got an idea, guys. We got this life form scanner in the ship. We took it off the other boat. Can we set that up here so we can try to find the mudhorn? Because that's not what you want to happen when you're inside a cave. Is a mudhorn to come find you?
Yeah, it's a pretty brilliant idea. You got some drones too you can send in there.
Yeah. Let's set this guy up first.
Seem to be seen Guy.
As you look at the cave entrance, you would see Gar and his protege sneaking in to the cave. You know. Doo, 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 doo.
Where's
The
Vinny?
life
Where'd
form
Vinny Gar's
scanner.
token go? There it is.
Life form scanner. I say, "Yep, it's up," and I go beep beep as a blink screen stays right there. I think it'll turn on if there's anything coming close.
Did you pass your check?
Not at all.
Okay.
So it doesn't detect anything, or it's not going off.
Not going off, which I tell you with like a straight face. That means that it can't find anything.
You
So
guys have
we're
actually
okay.
never successfully set this thing up, so you don't know what it looks like when it's working. So you should believe that.
All right. Not like I'm a life form. It doesn't show us. But
No.
okay.
No, we're not threats. It's looking for threatful things.
Okay, I got you.
So are we staying here and they're going in to get some eggs, or are
Well,
we
Guy-
all going in? I mean,
Guy
he's
and
already
me,
in.
Guy,
Yeah.
Do you want to maybe send your drones in so we catch it on tape, and then I'll go in?
Yep.
You want to stay here, or you want to go?
I mean, my sniper rifle's not very good in the cave. Does it open up down there? Hey, Abs, you went inside once, right?
Yeah, I've been in there before.
Does it open up so that it gets like, can I snipe something inside it, or is it real tight and squirrely the whole time?
It's tight and squirrely, man.
It's tight and squirrely in sections, and then it opens up into caverns.
And there might be some spiders in there. Not to get you nervous or anything, but
I'm going in. Let's all go in. All right, drones, this is going to be into the Mudhorn Cave. Take 2. Looking for eggs.
Okay, everyone's tokens are off the map then? Oh, your drones are going to be super effective. How would you like to spin that triumph?
Initially, I was going to say there are no spiders in there, but
I'll let you do that.
I have checked the ceilings. My drones keep like scanning up. There are no spiders on the ceiling.
You just say there's a mudhorn egg right at the entrance.
Like you can totally be like, there's no spiders in there. Mantises aren't spiders.
Yep. I should have said yes. One of my drones comes back to me with a mudhorn egg, and I just put it nicely, buckle it up in the seat.
So no matter what, we get one.
All right, that's acceptable too. I'm gonna pack the map. Everyone's got their tokens off, right? I moved Gar and Minigar over here, making sure.
I was on the. I don't know where I am anymore.
Yeah,
You're in the side map on the walker.
Okay,
Excellent.
there we go.
It's a good place to be. Did I bring the actual... Okay, so I need to clear the map completely. See all. Did I remember to put the cave map in? Is this the right one? Or am I about to show you something I shouldn't show you? I need a better naming convention. Oh, that's not the right one.
Ooh.
Everybody, close your eyes.
No, you've seen this one before.
Yeah, isn't this the one where we met another Sith lady?
No, this is the one where you guys found the purple gas that you guys put in your jars, like your fart jars.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and you found the I-Core 4 security door underground.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not the one I wanted though. So we're gonna clear that.
Can I call? We tried to lock the walker to the best of our ability.
Sure.
Yeah,
You want
take
to
the key out.
you want to do a electronic computers check to lock the door?
Is that 2 purples?
Sure. It can be however difficult you want it to be. That'll be how good the lock is.
Oh
It
shit!
needs like an auto sentry ability, so it like just kind of uses the guns to protect itself against everybody else besides us.
I'm gonna go with 3 purples. And Crikey's helping me lock the doors.
Yeah, I am.
All right.
We hear a nice, satisfying as we walk away.
Beep beep. All right. It does not look like I loaded that particular map, so we are going to just do it the old-fashioned way.
But the other map had glowy stuff,
The other map did have glowy stuff, but you've been there before.
and we're looking for glowy stuff.
If I put you back in that map, they're definitely going to be spiders because that was the spider map.
Maybe the mantis people took out the spiders.
Also, I got a mudhorn, so there could be spiders.
So, oh, thank you. So you guys start to go down this one path. There's like a cave-in where there was another path that you guys remember being there because you've been in this cave before. And that is the chamber that you know the Mudhorn stuff was in last time. You guys haven't been down to this path before, but this is the only way to go this time. So, who's going first? What order are we in? Actually, Gar has to be first because he snuck in first. So Gar.
Yep. I'm
What
gonna do a survival check and see what tracks I can find.
Oh, that is a great idea. Okay, so the first thing you're going to want to do is... These are average creatures, and you've encountered them before. I'm going to call it a 1 purple check to identify the sharp tracks you found.
All right. I'm showing Minigar how to do this.
Okay. So you know that these are the Kedrath. They're insectoid-like species. Basically, they have 4 lower claws, and then they have 1 upper claw that is often confused for a head, but it's a poisonous like stinger. They're blind and deaf, and the rumor is that they sense through the force. But they can feel vibrations through their claws, And there's a good chunk of them in this cave.
All right. I tell Minigar to stay behind me, and I tell him we're gonna go silent, and we try to stealth.
Okay.
What is my difficulty to stealth?
So they do sense through the force.
I do. Do I have an ability like that? I thought I had something.
You don't yet. You're still kind of learning. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do is you can roll the force dice, and if you roll any dark side points, I'll let you roll a stealth check. Then you're subconsciously shielding yourself. Because this is second nature.
I did not put the 5 points. Oh no, I would have needed 10 points, so I did not get that.
Well, it doesn't matter.
Not a power. It's under specializations. Flight of mind.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fine.
I did not take that. Where's my force dice?
It's over here.
And what am I trying to roll?
Any dark side points.
All right. If I get dark side, I get a bonus.
If you get dark side, you get to make the roll. Yes.
Good news.
Okay.
We got the dark side points.
Okay. So their perception is 2 purples. So it's a pretty easy check for your stealth. Crikey, you're coming in behind him. Are you in the lead of that group? What's the turn order for the other group while he's doing that?
Yeah, I'd imagine I'm out in front. There's a drone behind me, and
Okay.
I'm talking to it. Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be trying to find the Mudhorn egg.
I got robbed.
Got robbed with 3 successes.
I had a triumph.
Oh. Continue, Craigie.
We're in a place that we know Mudhorns like to thrive. We've actually been here before, so I think Guy has gone up ahead to maybe scout out, and he's going to let us know what he finds.
At some point, you're just going to hear a bolt caster.
There he is. I'm sure Guy found something. So yeah, we're going to come in here, and I think I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to sniff out what other creatures are here.
Now, if I remember correctly, the people who have properly explored this cave are Crikey and Abcor and Hookrus. I don't think Gar did this last time. I think he waited outside and tried to jump on it when it came out.
Yeah, I think I was dealing with Mudhorn. I
remember coming out with half a Mudhorn egg, as I remember.
Yeah, you did fight it last time. I think the 3 in the back are the ones who've been in this cave before. It's just important because you guys are going to notice that this cave-in has happened, and that should draw your attention. You guys can RP that however you want.
Didn't we go down there that time? Oh, that's where Dane got his arm attacked by that cat.
Yeah, that's right. I'm pretty sure that's where the Mudhorn nest was. It's going to take forever to dig this out. That's not the way Guy went. Look, these tracks go this way.
Camera instructions, and are we using lights or are we using night vision?
I monitor everybody. He's sneaking and talking in a low voice, so we're in low light mode.
So like red light.
Yes.
Okay.
One's on Crikey, one's on me, and the other 2 are getting just general shots.
Okay. Crikey, you examine this entrance. Can you give me a 1 purple, either xenology or survival check?
Sure, it's going to be a xenology. Got 2 yellows. So 1 purple v 2 yellows. One.
Okay. You've hunted mudhorn a lot. Often when a mudhorn is done with a den, it will obliterate it itself, and you can see tusk marks, giving you inclination that there was another mudhorn here that decided to abandon this area and collapsed the tunnel itself before leaving.
Yeah. It's kind of like a defense mechanism so that he doesn't come back to a den that's been used before. So he kind of digs it up. Maybe she probably digged it up to abandon the nest. So I don't think we're gonna find a mudhorn down here. Maybe guys on the trail.
Okay. Further down the trail, Gar, you've made it, if you want to this next chamber. And there's a little bit of faint light coming out of this chamber.
All right, I'm going to continue moving forward. What's the light coming from? I'm staying in the shadows. I just want to see what the light's coming from.
So there are small crystals growing out of various parts of this and a pool of water. So I'm not going to do as good of a job of drawing these crystals as they are, but they have the right idea where it's just like little formations of crystals in the corners in 2s and 3s sprouting out from each other. And then there's a pool of water over in this end. It's like got a little flow of water where it comes in one side from underground and then goes underground again, and in it are a different set of color of crystals. And in the very back of that pool of water is a shiny pink crystal. And the crystals are emitting light.
And we don't see anything else? Like the tracks for the little whatever they are?
You do see tracks in here. You pass that survival check.
I'm going to look up.
Sure you don't want a GM?
Don't want to what?
You sure you don't want a GM?
Yeah.
Okay. You see Kinrath crawling all over the ceiling.
How many?
6.
Is the bolt caster silent?
You've never fired it before, have you?
I did try to fire it earlier, but you said it died before I could shoot.
Did it?
The thing he was shooting at died.
Oh, yeah. Okay. You still could have shot at something in the air if you wanted, but we will go ahead and say it does make noise, and you do know it makes noise. It makes a high-pitched, like, it's a magnetic accelerator that excels a Durasteel spike the size of your forearm to like supersonic, almost hypersonic speeds, where like the actual metal starts to melt and turn into plasma. And it has a kind of like a precocking mechanism. So like you point it at something and then you hit a button, and the 2 fins that look like they're alongside the top and bottom of it in the picture snap out, and they go clack really loudly, and then they make a whirring noise, and then it fires this projectile. It also has an incredible kick to it. You need to see a picture of it?
Well, no, I've never seen a picture of it. So they're all on the ceiling. The only way I'd be able to get them is to shoot at them. Yeah, I'm going to shoot at one. I'm going to let the others know that there's a couple of these things in here, and I'm going to attempt to silently take one out. Silently until
you pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's still silent. I mean, it doesn't know what happened.
It doesn't technically have ears either. But it'll sense the vibration.
It's heavy, so I'm gonna aim. What's the difficulty to hit it?
So it's going to be in short range. So if you're using your heavy range check to shoot these things, do you have night vision goggles that take away the 2 blacks from?
Yes.
Okay, so with your night vision goggles, it's going to be 1 purple.
All right. Let me make sure I don't have anything like quick. I do have quick strike. Nice. I don't think I really need it because I feel like it's gonna just explode. So that's 23 damage. I don't think it crits. I think it crits on 3.
Crits
Yeah,
on
it crits
3.
on 3.
Yep. But it,
But it is breach and
Yeah.
43 damage.
yeah, so you gib one of them. I don't even have to do math.
Yeah.
Your spike also sticks into the ceiling, and you kind of have the impression that it's probably still intact enough that if you could get to it, you could probably pull it back out and use it again.
All right.
That does cause a little bit of a panic. But first, we're going to go back to Crikey. Crikey, down the hallway, you hear the distinct whir snap pow of the bolt caster going off.
Yeah, I think Guy found something.
You then hear the... I don't know if you guys could actually hear that. Of lots of little feet on different parts of the cavern, and because you were inspecting this cave in, you realize that there are a bunch of them on the other side of that too.
Oh. How are we going to get to those guys? All right, anybody got any explosives? Maybe we can open this thing up.
Don't you have an explosive in your hands?
Yeah, it shoots a bolt. Like, what are you
But
talking?
like real fast, I think.
I mean, I can try it.
Or they're on that side, and we don't need to worry about them.
I mean, that's true too. Maybe we could. Maybe Guy needs some help. We should go.
I'm gonna leave a drone here, looking back at them,
Okay.
Alcor, let's go.
with orders to come find me if danger happens.
How far can we get?
You guys can get all the way to where Gar and as you approach Gar, he'll be taking his next action. Mini Gar is standing there with his little makeshift, like it looks like a smaller version of what Gar carries, but it's made out of scrap. And he like spins around like when you guys come up and like it takes him a minute to realize you're there. He's not as up as Gar is. Gar, are you gonna take like it's slow firing 1, so I'm not sure what you want to do here.
Well, I'm going to put it away and take out the spear.
Okay. There is a rampage of them that are scurrying around the roof. 3 of them are going to drop to the ground and try to take the path of least resistance and run straight at you guys.
Can I shoot one?
Sure. We can let everybody have a turn. Where's Abs?
Oh,
Did we oh, there he
Hooks
is.
wouldn't be
Make
first.
sure we didn't leave him.
Nope, I'm here.
So, Hooks has his sniper rifle put down. They're charging at him. And he knows just you got to shoot fast before they get too close. Are they at short range?
Oh yeah. They'll be at engage range in the next turn.
Short is 3 purples.
For you,
Sure.
yes. Maybe you ought to carry a pistol. Oh, your check is probably terrible for shooting a pistol. Okay. I'd like to spend your 3 advantage.
I slow one down. It like senses my shot is going to hit it, so it stops perfectly still for the next person to take a better shot at it.
Okay. You're giving a boost to the next person. Who is going to be the next person? Everybody's going to get a turn.
I'll go ahead and take a shot. I'll
Okay.
shoot the one that just got kind of slowed down there. I have my dual blasters, so I'm going to take a shot with them.
You use both. Okay. So they're at short range, but you're upgrading once, so that'll make it a hard check. Or wait, no, it's an increase in difficulty, so it'll make it 2 purples.
2 purple then? All
Yep.
right. And then I have the boost, or is that how you made the adjustment in the difficulty?
No. So the boost is just something you just get for it being accurate one. And
Right.
then you may also take a maneuver to aim.
Gotcha.
This thing also hasn't acted yet.
Yes, it has.
Yeah, it
Okay.
ran towards us. I mean,
Yeah.
so
It's actually spent a maneuver and an action already.
so those are 2 boosts then. So there was the maneuver, and then there was the boost from Kizik. All right, look good.
Yep. Oh, holy crap.
There we go.
Are you shooting pistols again?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. This is my dual pistols.
He did 2 of them. So normally you would need 2 advantage to hit with the second pistol. However, you got a triumph. You got 2 triumphs. So it does 6. So it's 11 damage. How would you like to spend your 2 triumphs? I'm assuming that one of those is going to be I want to hit with the other pistols.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, normally you cannot engage a second target with dual wielding, as I remember.
Okay.
However, with the triumph, I'm going to let you do it because you are going to kill one of them in the opening volley, and I'm going to let you put your weapon damage, unless you want to spend that second triumph in any other way.
No, I'm interested in kind of. I mean, these guys are kind of in lineup right here. So yeah, take out the one guy, and then kind of start hitting hit the guy behind him too.
Okay. If you use both triumphs to do that, you're going to kill 2 of them outright.
I'll take it. Sounds good.
Okay. So blue blaster bolts fly just past Gar's shoulder and knock these 2 out. That's a pretty amazing check. You need to make sure you do that when you're fighting the Junpa.
Okay, we'll keep practicing.
All right. I think we still have.
Yeah, I'll shoot this guy.
Yeah.
Gonna try my new Bolt Caster.
Okay.
So it's a ranged heavy attack.
It's a ranged
And
heavy
it's-
attack. It's a short range.
2 purples.
Yep.
My ranged heavy is 2 yellows and 3 greens.
Oh, these are long range weapons. I should have said that earlier.
And can I take a boost for aiming?
Yeah.
I haven't moved. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, I got robbed.
You got 6 successes.
Yeah, it could have been a triumph though.
Yeah, I mean, but 6 successes on top of 18 damage is 24 damage, which goes in one side of this guy and out the other. And just for funsies, I'm going to say it hits the wall, skips up into the air, and as it does, it hits one of the crystals and shatters it into a bright burst of light that shows you that in the ceiling, which I'm not sure how to denote this, but in the ceiling of this place, there is a tunnel that goes off that direction. And it looks like there's something moving inside.
Holy shit! That Bolt Cast is crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and reload.
No kidding, man.
There are still 2 of them on the ceiling, although you've given them pause. For the time being, they're going to skitter back up into that hole. So you're out of combat.
I think the eggs are over there, like in that hole. You see any eggs hidden here?
Well, no, just a couple of these weird crystals I'm gonna snag because because they look really cool.
Well, the Jawas kind of like those too. Remember that Jawa leader also said something about him liking those shiny things.
So the pink
You guys don't know that.
things that are over here are actually, as you get closer to them, they are crystal eggs. Like they are eggs made of crystal, and you can see a tiny Kenrath inside.
All right. Well, I'm going to start pocketing those because that seems like exactly what would help my friend out.
As you grab the first one, you hear a screech from both sides of the tunnel, and a second later, Hooks' drone comes back so fast it almost hits Hook in the face as it comes back.
Danger! Danger! Danger!
The brood mother is awoken.
We got to worry about our exit plan, guys. Hooks is turned around and is now staring towards the end of that tunnel. Sniper rifle ready.
It's a long curve, and you can hear something on the other end, but you can't see anything yet.
I take out a grenade and I prep it in my hand.
In your cybernetic hand or your...
Yeah, it's my right hand.
Okay.
So I'm holding, the gun in the left, but I'm not aiming it.
I'm just... You prime the grenade, start shaking it vigorously.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Why is that? Why? This arm, god damn it.
He's just jerking off a grenade.
Imagine if I had the lightsaber out. All right, I've got a frag grenade. It's ready and going.
Okay.
You're throwing that way, not towards the only exit of this cave.
Right. I'm gonna wait until I see what's coming.
Okay. Anyone else have any preparatory stuff they want to do?
How long is this cave right here? I mean, are we able to? Is this good for a sniper, or is it? It turn around? Or
If you were all the way at the other end of the cave against the wall, you'd be just at medium range. Everything else is going to be short range in here, and it's going to be short range down to the bend as far as you can see on the pathway in. Pretty much everything's short range in here. You're in a cave. But
Gotcha.
the thing that would discourage you from running straight to the other wall in the cave is there's a big hole in the top where bad noises are coming from, and it's actually really dark on the other side. It was only briefly illuminated by the exploding crystal.
yeah, I don't like dark places. It's too dark over there. So yeah, I'll keep my pistols.
Oh, I know what I'll do. My prep is I'm going to pull out a flare gun and shoot a flare into the tunnel.
Okay, that's a really good idea.
I have a flare gun.
Which way do you want to fire it? This way or this way? There are noises coming from both directions.
I'm firing it into. So I assume I'm somewhere over here.
Move your token.
Where did I get an egg from?
The eggs are over here. The purple ones are crystals. The pink ones are eggs. You do still have that pink crystal that's over here in this pool of water, that you could try to get to.
So I want to shoot into the tunnel.
Okay, we shoot it into the tunnel. Okay.
Into the tunnel in the ceiling.
Yep. Okay. Does anyone else want to make any preparations? I think that's actually everybody because I forgot we don't have Bob, so I'm counting the wrong number of players. Everybody's gone. So yeah, a brilliant flare gun goes off. It illuminates the whole cave and the tunnel. And since he was the last player to do anything, as he shoots in there, for a second you don't really see anything. And then you see this writhing mass of dozens of like these bugs trying to come, like just pour out of this hole. And at the same time you see that, Ukruz and Crikey, who are watching the other end, see a large group of them start to come around the corner on this side. And there's a pretty good number of them. There's enough of them here to make you want a flamethrower. Or if you're me, you just always want a flamethrower.
I'm gonna throw my grenade.
Okay. The light range attack.
Take that shot.
Go ahead, cave in, trap us in here.
Going to be short range. Ooh,
I got one.
you sure as hell did. It's only one purple. Ghost.
Yeah, shit. Sorry.
It's all good. You still passed and you got blast. So, question is, how do you want to spend your 4 advantage? It costs 2 to trigger blast.
Well, I don't want to collapse the cave if I can. Can it be just targeted on... since it was a frag, I just want to do maximum physical damage to the bodies.
And you can choose to limit the damage to 1 by not triggering blast. Or you can trigger blast and everything within engage range is going to take damage.
Including the walls?
Including the walls.
Damn.
If the walls go down, like, we can dig out, but they wouldn't be able to get to us. Like, we're currently going to have to fight on 2 fronts.
Also, Kizik has not resolved his triumph yet, so there's that.
True.
Because when he says he got one, success and weapon damage wise, he got one without his triumph.
Well, I don't mind doing damage to the walls, because like Gar said, we can dig ourselves out if we need to.
Okay. So, unless Kizik wants to use his triumph to stop this from happening, I'm going to calculate damage on the walls.
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, it's got 1 hit point left. So the walls take a lot of damage, and for a second it looks like it's going to come in, but it doesn't actually cave in. But the walls here are in really rough shape. There are more of the bugs climbing over the bodies of several of the... Like, you got like 4 or 5 of them with that shot. So you got a bunch of them, but there are still more coming. Hooks, how do you want to resolve your triumph?
Can my bullet be the 1 hit point that causes the cave in?
Yeah, if you want to trigger it with a triumph, you can.
Yep.
Okay, so they start climbing over the bodies, and you decide that's not the best thing to happen, and you aim for a weak point, pull another shot off, and rocks fall, and all these praying mantis things die.
Hooks turns to Crikey and says, I don't think I like insects either.
Yeah, don't blame you, mate. These are awful.
Okay. Gar,
Mm-hmm.
you and Minigar are watching these things try to climb through this hole in the roof. There are a lot of them, and some of them are like so determined to get to you at this moment that they're catching themselves on fire. Like they're walking over the phosphorus flare and igniting themselves to get to you.
So if I was to plant a bolt, a blaster, a bolt caster bolt through that mass, it would do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Just thin the herd a little more.
Okay. That is a good idea.
Pin them like for my insect collection. All right. What's the difficulty to hit them?
1 purple.
Have these acted this yet?
I'm gonna
These
say
count
I'm
as
gonna
having-
I'm gonna say yes because they're stampeding towards you.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That is 22 damage.
You don't see how many you get, but it's a lot. It seems like hit the rock wall and keeps skipping as it goes further and further down the tunnel.
I've played games like that. It's so much fun.
There are still a lot of them coming though. And now that it's their turn, I'm gonna say a group of them hits the ground underneath here. This hallway is secure, so you're not gonna have to worry about them. And yeah, they're gonna start swarming in. I'm just gonna move them in. A group of 5 of them hit the ground. Players, what would you like to do?
Kill them. Kill them all.
Yeah, seems like a good solid command plan there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna shoot the boltcaster at one.
Okay.
I'm gonna aim at that one. Still 1 purple to hit him.
It's still 1 purple to hit them.
$21 damage.
How would you like to use those 6 successes? That's a lot of successes.
Advantages. 6 advantages.
Advantages. Sorry. Yes, those words.
Oh, they're on the ground right now.
There are still more coming, though.
Thematically, can I shoot some of the stalactites on the ceiling and have them fall and kill some?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll give you 2 of them.
Sweet.
You get 2 of them by knocking some stuff off the ceiling. Actually, considering where you're at, let me check something. Nope. Okay, so that didn't happen. And who wants to take the next turn? They're almost within. Like, if Gar steps forward, they'll be within melee range.
Yeah, Gar's gonna be putting his gun down in a second.
They're still short range to us, though, right? I mean.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go ahead and take a shot. I have my dual pistols. I'll go ahead and do another shot.
Okay. So if you're doing dual pistols, it's going to be add increase of a difficulty, so it goes from 1 purple to 2 purples.
Gotcha. And then I'll take I have an action 2 that I'll take. Anything else I'm missing?
You mean a maneuver?
Oh yeah, maneuver. Sorry, you're right.
Yeah. So you get 1 close dice for your aiming, which is your maneuver, and then you get 1 automatically because your gun is accurate. So you should have 2.
Gotcha. So the accuracy is actually another boost dice. Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And that's against 2 purples. Got it. Three, 1.
All right, so you're not going to get your second gun because you didn't get 2 advantage.
Gotcha.
But you will get your base damage, so that's 9 damage for your 6 from the 1 blaster and 3 successes. And that's actually not enough to kill one, but you can damage one. You want that one?
Yeah, I'm going to damage this one in the middle right here.
All right, that one takes a blaster bolt to the face. He looks pretty pissed. Okay.
All right.
Who's up next?
So I got one that's right about to stab Gar. Or that's charging straight towards Gar.
Mm-hmm.
He's about to get sniped.
It's actually, all of them are charging straight towards Gar. They haven't redirected yet. Oh, he's about to get hit.
He took 9, Pierce 3.
Pierce 3. That Pierce did it for you. Okay, so you managed to kill one. At first, when you shoot him, you're like, oh, did that kill him? And then he kind of like staggers back and flips.
He took another 2 steps as he's sliding forward on his head.
Yep. I believe Gar was going to smack that one. Now he doesn't know what to do.
I don't think it's my turn yet, right?
It is your turn.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I passed my gun to Minigar to hold.
It's heavier than he is, but he tries valiantly.
Yeah. Then I step up here and attempt to...
You know what? I'm going to roll. He's going to try to reload it.
Bless his heart. He's a sweetheart.
He's going to fail miserably, but he tried to reload it. But he tried.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna...
So you have to take a maneuver to get into the engage range with them. You can be within engage range of both of those at the same time in the event that that becomes relevant. It's only 2 purples to attack them.
I think I have to take a maneuver to draw my weapon since I gave the other one away.
You do if you're drawing a weapon, yes.
Yeah,
You can drop a weapon for free just like in D&D though. So handing it off doesn't count.
What's the difficulty to attack him?
Well, they're only 2 purples. They're standard melees. They don't have a melee defense. Okay.
That is a 3-1. So that is.
Are you using the Cortosis staff or the other melee weapon?
The other one, the Vibroglaive.
Okay.
So Pierce 3, that is 6, 9 damage, Pierce 3.
Okay, exact same as Hukru's. So you slice through. That Pierce is doing the job for you, and you sever one of their heads.
Yep. And I now have 4 melee defense.
Awesome.
Which is really important because I'm about to get attacked.
Yes, you are. I think all the good guys have gone. I'm going to roll this 6. Oh, wow. And I'm going to get 6. So I'm recycling baddies. These aren't the old ones standing up.
Corpses building up at our feet.
Yeah, there are corpses building up at your feet, but I need tokens and I don't want to flood the map. So 2, 5, 6.
How much joy I get when you just start piling things on. The bodies just pile up.
Use your imagination. There's one left in front of you. It's the only one that's going to get to attack. You said you had 4 melee defense?
Yep.
That's a lot of black dice. And I need a red one. One failure, 2 advantages. So he does not hit. Alright, so this one tries to attack you, but
I expertly parry that.
yeah, of your 4 blacks, 3 of them are fails.
Nice. That's effective.
Yep, you got to get a lot of them. That's how you make it work.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that brings us back to the top of the round.
Who wants to go? Not everybody jump at once. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm just gonna spin right into another one then.
Okay.
So
This
the
one-
check is already up here.
Yeah, this one's already engaged with you.
Can give myself a bonus for a boost for aiming. Didn't do any good, but I hit him. That is
That's the exact same as last time.
9 Pierce 3.
Yep. Take another one's head off.
Just pitching heads over to Minigar. He needs armor.
Ooh, he can make chitin armor out of this.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Are we still filming?
Should be.
Yeah, and we got an excellent like back clip thing. I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, I gave you lighting. Now we're putting on a show.
Stalactites are falling, killing thing.
I'm going to take this round to reload.
Okay, so it's slow firing. I want to point out that reload rules are the exact same for this gun as they are for any other gun, where if you don't have any equipment to help, a reload is an action, and you do have to take a turn to reload. If you have a extra clip or a bandolier or anything like that that diminishes it by a step, then it's a maneuver, and you can get it all the way down to an incidental with gear. Slow firing does not mean you can't reload it. And I'm pointing that out because while you may not have the gear to do it right now, you're going to want to get it to the point where you can reload it and let the charge come back up and then still take an action. That way you never miss a turn of shooting.
Yeah, so I need to make a bandolier for it.
Yeah, so you need like a bandolier or extra magazines or pouches. You can use certain pouches for ammo clips.
Okay.
Just letting you know, there are things down that will bring that modifier down. I know that I know Craven knows all about it because Jane was all about stuff like that, and also often ran out of ammunition as a despair.
All right. Well, that's my turn right now, and I'll be right back.
Okie dokie. So we still have Kizik and Thodubs.
Cruz pulls back the sniper rifle bolt, pushes it forward. Does 9 damage, pierce 3, and criticals.
Okay. Would you just like to get 2 of them?
Sounds good. 2 of them like perfectly pop, like drop down, and as they're falling, just 1 bolt goes through both of them.
Okay. What's Abs doing, Thodubs?
Same thing. Just gonna take a shot. One of my pistols this time,
Okay.
and we're short range still, right?
So if you're doing 1 pistol, you only need 1 of the purples.
Okay, 1 purple. Still get the 2 boosts.
Hmm.
And okay.
Oh, you got robbed. You almost had 2 triumphs again.
Oh,
Okay.
terrible,
So
man.
weapon damage on that one is 8.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not going to have enough to kill one of them outright without using the triumph. With that said, there are lots of ways you can use your triumph here. How would you like to use your triumph?
Well, I haven't outright killed one of them, but I'd like to be able to maybe hobble a couple of them.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I'll put setbacks on the whole group. I'll put 2 setbacks on the whole group for a triumph. That seems
There you go.
like a pretty even trade.
Yep, sounds good.
Okay. And with that, I think it's their turn again, right?
Yes.
Pretty sure that's right. So the first thing I have to do is roll for reinforcements. And 5 more are going to come out of the tunnel. There are now a lot of them in this cave with you. This group, the survivors of which are going to run forward. We're going to divide it up. We're going to send 2 over here. We're going to send 2 over here. These guys are running all the way to engage range. But that takes their turn, so it's top of the round again.
Now you mean melee range, right?
Yes, engaged range means they are within reach out and touch them with your arm range. It also
Gotcha.
means that if you are shooting, you are going to either take penalties to shooting or you're going to have to take a maneuver to disengage. Who was that? Was that Craven?
That's 12 pierce 3. I'm gonna have to disappear for a minute.
Okay. 12 pierce 3 is another dead one.
I'm going to take a maneuver backwards to stay within short,
Okay.
and then I'm going to plug that one since I just reloaded.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Hopefully. That's 1 purple from this range, right?
Yes. Minigar just triumphs to reload Gar's gun.
Nice.
I
Minigar.
might let him shoot it for comical lulls.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, 5 success. On top of that, that's a shit ton of damage. So it goes right
23.
through. Yep. Slurp in one, outside out the other. So I need to start having you guys roll intelligence to see if you guys figure out that maybe you need to seal that hole.
Yeah, that's the next step. We're just thinning the herd.
Well, you're not, though, because every round they're getting more.
Mhm.
And you're not killing them even remotely as fast as they're pouring into the room. I don't know if you've noticed.
Hook Cruise takes a step back. He switches his magazine from the regular ones to the orange ones.
Okay.
He's going to shoot past that at the nice backlit hole.
Okay.
What's the difficulty to shoot an explosive round into a hole?
I'm going to call
Roll
it...
a sex check.
I'm going to
Sorry.
call it 3 purples just because that's the standard range check for you to do that. All right. How much damage is that? Pierce won't count.
No, these are explosive rounds, so I didn't get to advantage to send off the explosions.
Yes, but you were aiming at the wall, right?
Correct.
Okay, how much damage did you do?
Looking for my explosive round card.
Okay, well, while you're figuring that out, Thodubs, what do you want to do?
I'm going to need to step back so that I'm in short range still, so I have to take a maneuver to get away a little bit and take a shot at the one that's still alive here.
Okay. That guy is running straight for you, by the way.
Yep. So I'm actually just probably going to use. I'm going to use just. I'll do two. We'll do both of my weapons. So with both of my pistols.
Okay.
So which means we got the
2 purples. Yep.
difficulty is 2 purples. We got this. Whoops, not that much. I already did a maneuver that way, but I do have the accuracy, right?
Yep, that's right.
Looking good.
That's 10 damage.
That's the exact amount you needed. A couple things are going to happen here. So first and foremost, Thodubs is going to open up with 7 damage on this guy. Pew pew pew. It's not going to kill him, but
Nope.
it's going to piss him off. And then a crack and an explosion is going to hit, and a whole bunch of rubble is going to fall where this hole is, and it's going to actually block that hole. Maybe not permanently. You can definitely hear some digging and some anger, but rock fall, block hole. The ones that are already on the ground here are still down there and are going to get a turn. But before that happens, because everybody's gone now, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Before that happens, Minigar lets out an Ootini! And you see Minigar flying backwards after he is shot. He is in the air with his feet dangling like a cartoon and hits this wall as he fires the bolt caster.
That is awesome.
Slaps into the wall so hard, you guys are really concerned he may have just killed himself. But he splats this Killick that was about to attack Gar.
The shot goes right past Gar, within inches.
All right. So this bad guy group is going to break 3 of its guys off, and they're going to rampage out towards you guys. This bad guy group is going to send these 2 guys around here, and they're actually going to take defensive positions around the water. And the one that's right there at Thodubs' feet is going to be the first, and I think maybe the only one of these guys that's actually going to get an attack. And succeeds with 1, so that makes 7 damage. Because he did 1 point of damage, I also need you to roll a hard resiliency check. So after you take your 7 damage away, remember to take your soak out of that 7.
Okay, soak. We had the soak. It was 3, so 7 minus the 3, right? Was 4.
That's 4, so you take 4 points of damage. That's the red bar.
Whoops. Gotcha.
Okay, and now you need to roll a hard resiliency check. Hard is 3 purples.
Oh gosh.
Take 5.
Yee.
Take 5 strain immediately.
Okay.
Okay. And you've been poisoned.
Exciting.
Yes, you got hit with the stinger. Like, you could feel it burning like acid through your veins. You know you've been poisoned. This is not comfy.
What the hell, man?
Alrighty, so that's all the baddies. Top of the round again. Don't everybody go at once.
Yeah, the one in front of Alcor is still alive, like the one that just hit him, right?
Yes, barely.
All right.
He's been shot.
All right, I'm gonna finish him off. But I think, I shot last round, so this is a reload round.
Yep.
Instead, I'm gonna maneuver up, and then I'm gonna hit him with the lightsaber.
Okay, you take 2 strain to manage your gear. Your lightsaber skill is your brawn. So it's the same as using your melee.
So it's just a melee attack?
Yeah, you can just use it as a melee attack. I'm gonna roll something real quick. Oh, awesome.
I actually took lightsaber with my last.
Oh, well then you can use your lightsaber skill, and you'll get a bonus for doing that.
Okay.
So, as you touch the lightsaber, and you ignite it in your hand, a like calm wave comes over you. Because you've stepped in front of an ally, you're basically doing the light side thing again.
Yep.
You roll 2 light side points, or I rolled it for you. You're going to take your boosts for using your lightsaber skill, and you are going to automatically gain an extra defensive level, and we'll talk about the further repercussions of this in a little bit.
So, like, when I have the lightsaber out, it's a defense?
Well, for this combat, it's not permanent.
Okay, tracking. Okay. I got 2 successes, 1 advantage.
Okay. You slice through this first baddie. He goes completely down. Before you realize what you've done, you've taken 2 more steps away, and you slice through this one as well. You didn't even realize that you'd done it. And it's peace. Like it's a part of who you are to do it. It's almost second nature at this point.
Yeah, you guys have heard me like snarl after every shot. I'm not snarling anymore. It's just smooth.
Lightsaber ignites in the room. Take these 2 guys down. We'll let the other players resolve their turns because there might not be any Killick left to respond to it. But I will say that the ones who are still there immediately, like when the lightsabers ignited, they all want to scurry away from the light of the lightsaber.
Hookers had the first one lined up that was attacking Alcor, and then saw a flash of light, and then he went to go to the next one, another flash of light. So he's now on his 3rd target, lining it up.
Aggravation. He just missed.
Yeah, I mean, his 3rd target in a flash of an eye. He's thinking like, oh man, I should just get more people to watch Crikey. Like, I don't even need this shot anymore. Oh man, I missed.
Just yellow, or I'm sorry, silver lightsaber.
Crikey's hair is glowing, or it's not glowing, but it's flowing upwards in the wind.
Right.
Is yellow your preferred color, Ghost?
No, it's definitely silver because I'm like a pale white Wookiee.
Okay.
I'm back.
Excellent.
I
Because
think-
it's more or less your turn. You
All
and
right. There's still something to carve up.
yeah, you and Thodub still need to go. Also, Minigar saved your life.
Nice
He
job.
rolled a triumph to load the weapon, and then he fired it, and he flew backwards with his feet dangling in the air and hit a wall while yelling Utini, and he speared a guy that was about to hit you.
I snipered the hole in the roof.
That's a crit. That is 8 damage, pierce 3, and a crit.
Okay, that one's dead.
I'm kind of trapped in this room right now, too.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have had to take a step to get closer to that guy. Is that going to mess your attack up?
No,
Okay. 2 of them have moved to protect this pool,
just
And
take
that-
2 strain.
and that was
Sorry,
the
my stomach is killing me.
closest guy. It's all right. If you drop off again, I'll just NPC you. It won't end in tears.
I'm less worried about that right now.
Yeah. So there's one of these left. No, there's 3 of these left because there's these 2. So Alcor or Abcor or whatever we're calling you these days.
All right, so I'm pretty well beat up because of I've got that poison stuff. So I'm going to use my one good arm and actually go ahead and try and take a shot at one of them that's actually good here.
Okay.
How'd you get poisoned?
I did get poisoned.
Get stabbed by one of these things.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so I got to use like my good arm to do something, and so I only have one pistol to do that. So I'm assuming I'm still in short range.
Yep, everything's in short range, pretty much to the other wall.
I'll still take my 1 boost. I'm not moving or anything like that, so I'm still staying in the same area. So that's 2 boosts, right?
Yep. Awesome.
There we go.
Okay.
They got vaporized.
You get both of these guys. You just pull the trigger. You're not even looking. You're hurting so bad. You just pull the trigger. I need another resiliency check for you. This one's only 2 purples.
Okay.
Okay.
Nope.
Take another 5 strain. You are on the brink of passing out.
Yep. Need some help.
Okay. There is 1 kill wrath left, and it is its turn. It's going to dive into the water and swim out of the where the water is flowing to. It's going to swim along that tunnel and just disappear into the darkness.
I'm gonna dive in after it.
Okay. It's your turn, so I'm going to let you do it. It's an athletics check to try to catch it.
Right?
He can fucking breathe underwater.
He absolutely can. And he can see kind of in the dark
Yeah.
with his goggles.
He's the only
Yeah.
one of us that could do this.
All right. That's you said athletics, right? Yeah, there
It's
we go.
athletics. Just go ahead and give me a 2 purple. He's worked too hard to let any of these efforts get away.
I'm
You're
gonna
go to the
use
brood mother.
I'm gonna use a light side point
Okay.
and lower that difficulty.
Gonna end up in the queen's lair.
So, well, actually, not with that. So, with those 2 successes, you are definitely going to catch it because that's what you were trying to do. The question is, do you care about being able to get back into the cavern you were just in because the flow of the water is carrying you?
So these things can't breathe underwater, right?
They cannot.
So I want to grip him around his little neck, and then I want to use the spear to halt my to stop myself.
Stop you. Okay, so you do care about getting back.
Yes.
Okay, that's just what I needed to roll for. I'm going to roll his opposition to you grabbing him then. That cancels that out. That's a failure. So he does not manage to release himself from your grip.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can cinematically play this out because he's not going to get away.
Yeah, he's going to drown.
Yeah. You hold him until he stops moving. All right. Combat has ended. For Gar to climb his way back out, using his equipment that he has on his person, is going to be a 1 red, 1 purple athletics to climb back out. If you have any gear that helps with climbing, you can use it though, because you are in essence climbing underwater because you don't have to worry about breathing.
Can I help Alcor?
Yes, we are out of combat. You guys can do whatever you want to do here. There is one thing that I really wanted to do for your character, though, and that is that you feel this little group of purple crystals over here. There's something really, really unique about one of these crystals. Your eyes keep darting over to it. You can totally go help Alcor, but you totally want to come over here and see this group of crystals.
Yeah.
As you take a step towards Alcor, Hooker says, "I got him. Go get Gar."
Yeah. So I got 3 advantage, but no successes. So I assume I'm stuck then.
Yes, you can't. You haven't made any forward progress against the current, but you also haven't let go.
What's up with these crystals?
Give me a force dice roll, just to confirm it. Oh, you were robbed.
Oh no! Can I flip a fucking token?
Yes, you may flip a light side token if you would like to.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you reach in, you pull out a silver crystal. It's very similar to the one that you know is inside this lightsaber, except for the one inside the lightsaber feels like a different entity that you've bonded to. This one is yours. This one is bonded to you. This is not a different entity. This is your crystal.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So that's your crystal thing. Hookruz is trying to fix Alcor.
I immediately hit him with a stim pack, and then I open up my military trauma pack, and I say, "Oh, it was this cave. All right, just pretend that this rock right here is a kitty cat, and just lay your head right here while I try to see what's going on with you." And my scanner says, "Hey, he's probably poisoned."
Yeah, you remembered how to do that properly. Good deal. Yeah, make your rolls for the medical check. Since you hit him with the stim pack, he's going to recover his 5 hit points and his strain. So you are starting from scratch.
So I'm recovering strain and my hit points?
Yes, but you would still be taking damage from the poison if he fails this.
Gotcha.
We'll resolve that in a minute. He's working on you.
2 purples.
I think it's 2 purples. Crushed it. Okay, he gives you the antidote to the poison. And
thanks, man. Jeez.
He's done this before. You don't know what he was talking about with the kitty cat thing, but
Hooker says a lot of crack.
Yeah, Hooks, did you say something about a kitty cat? I don't see any kitty cat around here. What the heck is going on?
Speaking of people doing crack, did you roll your obligation?
I did, actually. I got a 49.
What's your obligation score?
15.
Okay. Oh, you're good. Unless you're going to choose to have the shakes.
No, I was good. That's why I rolled it, and I figured I was just going to play through it with the 49. So.
Yep, I told you that was how you were going to get it. It's so hard to willingly take a disadvantage.
Especially this counter. I'm kind of glad I didn't.
All right.
Whenever I get a chance, I make progress.
Okay. You're out of combat, so I will consider that success to be you. You do slowly manage to climb your way out. You have to alternate between like your cybernetic claw and your
using the spear to maintain my
position.
Right.
So, but you do eventually crawl your way back out. You realize the reason the Kelniks were guarding this, the Kinrath were guarding this is because the little things at the bottom of the pool are also eggs, but they're in like a soft state. They haven't hardened into crystals yet.
Gotcha.
You also pass right by the huge throbbing purple crystal, which is a giant, and when I say giant, I mean it's the size of a basketball, Kinrith egg, and there's a very interesting looking Kinrith that seems to be almost preserved in the middle of it.
And all these are eggs, right?
Not all of them. The purple ones are just crystals, and there are several other crystals I haven't drawn on the map around the room. But most of the pink ones are all eggs. They just look like crystals.
Okay. So I'm gonna gather. I want to grab a bunch of different eggs for variety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take that big pink egg thing.
Okay. The whole room shakes when you pick it up, but nothing else happens after that.
All right. I'm gonna look at these other crystals because I mean he didn't really tell me which crystals were the way to go.
It's worth pointing that Minigar is unconscious, holding your boltcaster.
I didn't realize that. All right. Yeah, I'll go over and stim pack him up. Wake him up. Tell him what a good boy he is. Give him his own crystal egg.
He's super excited. Did good?
Oh, I give him one of the soft eggs too because I feel like that's
he eats it immediately.
Snack. Yeah. So you're a good boy. And then we go look at all the crystals. So get a little sample of everything.
Okay. Since you're a force user, go ahead and give me a dice roll on the force dice. Would you like to take 2 light side points?
Yes.
Okay. Gar is now neutral. Gar is now he's completely neutral. He's completely gray, so he's not light or dark.
Look, mate, I found this silver crystal. It like speaks to me.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if you can find something like this that'll speak to you.
It speaks to you to the tune of 4 light side points, by the way. So Gar, as you are going through this, you can't really hear Ruby anymore, but you feel like you learned a lot from that lesson, and you feel almost like your connection to Crikey is really important. And you know, going down that other path, that would have probably put that relationship in jeopardy. So while you're not going to be totally light side, because you're not going to sever attachments. You definitely feel like going down the dark side path is not as appealing as it was yesterday.
Right.
So you're no longer going to get the benefits you would have gotten from Ruby, but you are going to find a crystal in this pile, and that crystal, and it can be whatever color you would like it to be except black. I know you want it to be black, but it can't be black.
No, I wouldn't want black.
It can be whatever color you want.
White or silver.
So it can be silver, just like Crikey's, but this one is yours, and it's bound to you. If you integrate this crystal into a weapon, that weapon will will add benefits that are in tune with it being bound to you. The weapon does not have to be a lightsaber, although it can be.
Put it in your boltcaster.
You
shoots these massive silver fucking bolts.
It can be put into any weapon.
There you go.
Probably gonna put it in my spear.
That'd be cool too. I was just seeing you taking down like starships with a Breach 1 boltcaster that shoots.
A jetpack and Breach 1.
I mean,
you don't know what it is.
To put it in perspective, your weapon does more damage than a Verpin Shatter Rifle, so you can bring down like TIE fighters with your boltcasters. But your immediate problem is that you are in a cave that has been caved in onto a couple sides, and you can hear scratching and clawing. So I was thinking that Alcor and Hookers have gone to inspect this cave in. There are definitely baddies on the other end of this trying to dig that thing out.
I mean,
good, they're helping.
We probably could just wait for them to dig us out and just prepare to deal with that. Alternatively, there's a passageway over there with a strong current.
You think we could swim out?
I know I can.
Why don't you swim out then, and then try to get us from the other side.
Not gonna lie, that current is strong. If I go that way and I go any farther than I went, I wouldn't be able to get back that way.
But you don't know where you'd end up.
No idea.
Okay, that's probably a bad idea then.
I don't think we have any kind of scanners that would tell us that. Oh,
Yeah.
but
How
we do
waterproof
have-
are my drones?
They are not really waterproof.
I know how to fix this. I
but-
pull out a plastic sandwich bag.
Well, that's kind of. I was like, you could makeshift something. Also, like if you just dropped them in, like you can drop your cell phone in the sink, and most of the time it'll come back okay. But the longer it stays in there, it's
No, you just gotta put it in this Ziploc sandwich bag.
yeah. Well,
Still-
but then it can't fly. So
Why can't it fly? Doesn't it use repulsors?
repulsors don't work in water. You have to
God damn
break
it.
the surface.
Technically, it would still be in the air.
The bag would pop.
I tried.
You did try. It was a valiant effort. But yeah, I mean, you could do that. Also, you have to worry about like the cave walls too. Like, how far is it going to? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just want you to understand that you might lose a camera.
All right. So currently, so how did this top part get caved in?
Explosive sniper rifle shot.
Yes. So that thing is, when I say it's caved in, there's a column of dirt. Like he actually calls the top of it to fill all the way in, from above.
Okay.
You can also hear some scratching, but the scratching is actually way further back from the top tunnel because it's a huge cave in.
They're gonna be a well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll sacrifice a camera. Can I like better water seal it?
Yeah, absolutely. You can pull out some Vaseline and smear everything but the camera lens and throw it in.
I'm gonna
gonna-
say keep broadcasting. We'll see where this leads you.
I'm gonna put some debt tape, like a lot of debt tape, right here.
Okay.
When they, if they do come through, I'll be ready.
You just blow it again.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you trying to specifically make it so that the walls collapse or to kill them as like a booby trap?
Yeah, booby trap.
Okay. Give me a 2 purple survival check. Normally it would be mechanics to set debt tape, but you're actually trying to make a booby trap. And that's survival. It's probably better for you anyway. Okay.
Oh, do these things? These things don't taste good. They have to be cooked, right?
These upset your tum tum last time.
Yes.
Yeah. These upset my tum tum last time.
Although the Jawa ate the little one without any issue.
Yeah, he has a different constitution. I've been learning about constitution.
Oh yeah. Well, today would be a good day for you to be able to roleplay something with an upset tummy.
No shit. It is a Johnny Cash day.
Burning ring of fire.
Yeah.
I tell my drone to keep broadcasting as long as it can.
Was that the role that you did for leadership?
Yep, and then I flush it down the toilet.
Okay, well, with the triumph and 3 and success and all that jazz, it zips through. It's about a minute and a half, and then it breaks the surface. You rolled a triumph, so I need to at least give you a check for this, even though you rolled threats. Give me a 2 purple perception check as well. But it's a minute and a half, and then it's in the river, and it breaks the surface and is flying around, and it's able to broadcast back. Okay. It swam through what looked like a couple of adolescent Dianagas all along the way.
I'm looking over it going, oh. And then it pops back through and I go, oh man, it made it out. But oh man, guys, you gotta go through a couple of like pretty big Dianagas. If only we had our big walker ship down here. So that does lead to safety. But it was like 2 minutes underwater though. And it was a little tiny camera drone. I don't know. Oh, we have rebreathers. We'll be all right.
I'm not going in there.
But you're setting that tunnel up to blow up again.
I could probably swim through there with a rope. And just take my time, go stealthy, and maybe avoid the Dianaga. Pretty sure one of you guys has climbing gear, so I could just,
That's an option, but I don't think that's why Crikey doesn't want to go in the water.
Yeah, man. Cracky lost that arm to Dianaga.
Oh, well, okay. You might get it back.
No, not when he had
not
his
that
head
one.
exploded.
I did a pretty good job with that one.
just saying, like that definitely leads out to the river. That would get us out of here.
Sounds great. You go and you come in from behind and you dig us out. Let us know when you get back.
There's like an army on the other side of that wall. Digging you out would not be. Also, you'll just blow me up when I mean, actually, you know what? Didn't that lightsaber thing cut through like everything?
Not dirt. It's one of its few things it won't cut through.
Cut through dirt.
It will go through rock. It'll melt rock, but it won't cut through dirt. Don't ask me why they're different, because I don't have an explanation for that.
So he could carve through the rock then.
Yeah, you can cut through rock.
Question. That means he could just make a new tunnel, right?
I mean, there's a lot more dirt than there is rock.
Okay. Okay.
It's not really a good digging tool now. With that said, Crikey, if you wanted to, there are other ways now that you are tier 4. There are other things you could do.
I'm going to try to sense other living creatures in here. I want to know where everything's kind of huddled up.
All right. Roll me a light side token first. Sorry, not a light side token. A light side force.
Roll.
Roll force dice first. Words. They're hard.
Words.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, don't screw me.
Oh,
all right.
All right. So, yeah, you can just do this. Let me roll something on my end.
So you see Crikey, he puts his hand up in front of his face, and he closes his eyes, and he starts, like, scanning the room with his hand. And he goes around in a 360 and up and down, and he's, like, meditating, breathing real slow.
You touch the mind of the broodmother.
Ah, shit!
You realize that the only thing they were trying to really protect in there is the big egg that is in Gar's pocket.
Speaking of, Gar's examining that.
Okay. Inside, there is a larger than average Kilrath embryo. Give me a 1 red xenology check. Yeah, 1 red xenology check to try to identify what you may know about it.
Mate, I think you got royalty there in your pocket. It's like a baby queen or something.
That is exactly what it is. You have the broodmother's only daughter.
I bet that'll taste real nice.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Ruby back.
I thought Gar was gonna say it, but
yeah,
you're gonna get Ruby back with it. I don't think it's worth that much, mate. You don't want that. You don't want that lamp.
I mean, I don't want it as much. I guess it's better off without it. I got this new crystal now.
Yeah, I got one too, mate. I got it's silver. Look at this.
What happens if I rub the crystal against the other crystal? Like if I hold the white crystal up to the egg.
that kind of depends on your nature. All joking aside, are you intending to eat this? What are your intentions towards this egg?
I haven't picked an intention yet, but it's most likely it would be to give it to the to earn more favor with the chieftain. Although I care a lot less about him now.
So you did intend on stealing this egg. Go ahead and roll your force dice. Let's see what that force dice says. Okay. Yeah, no, it does not react well to the egg. There's very little reaction that you can get other than it like vibrates. But you don't get the same thing he got. Like when Crikey touched the broodmother's mind. Like the broodmother is much more intelligent than the other ones. It's pretty much sentient. So you could talk to the broodmother. But you get no such connection to the egg.
Listen, there's lots of. There's a big motherfucker way down in the deeps. I'm sure if we go in that tunnel right there, the one that's collapsed, we'd be finding it. Some sort of like big mama jamma, you know what I'm saying? Like a brood mama. I've got a good feeling, mate, that is a royal egg or something. I don't know if we should be fucking with it. If you want to give it to the Jawa, I think that we need to get the fuck out of here before that big mama jamma comes running around. You know what I mean?
Should we keep it?
I can see its value, mate, but I think what we wanted, we actually got. What we came here for was just an egg, right? We've got little eggs.
Yeah, I got lots of eggs.
I think quantity over quality, right?
Yeah. I mean, if it makes you said the brood mother, so the royal. Yeah,
it's like a hive.
Yeah. And this is like one of the future queen.
Right. Kind of like
I
the
don't care. We can put it back.
hive needs it to survive, you know?
I toss it back in the water.
Okay. It almost magically goes right back to the position that it was in before. Crikey, you have the ability to have kept a connection with the broodmother, did you?
Yeah, but not like because I wanted to. So I'm gonna think real hard, and I'm gonna be like, "All right, we put it back. Let us out, and we'll leave you alone."
Okay.
I'm gonna think that real hard.
So you got your sense going on. The minute, even before you fully formed those words in your mind, but the minute that Gar puts it back, all of the bugs on the other side of the wall that you're at, Crikey, they leave. They leave beyond the range of your ability to sense them. They go deep into the tunnels. And the scratching from this tunnel also stops.
Guys, I think we've got a chance here to just get out. If we want to take it, we gotta go now.
I mean, I'm gonna help you shovel, but what just happened? Gar just rubbed a stone on an egg and then said, never mind, and threw it back into the cave, and now you're saying it's time to go?
Yeah.
That's bad television. You guys gotta do something better than that.
Wilderness survival stuff. We're in tune with nature.
So it's a good thing to keep digging. Let's get out of here.
So
well, I got debt tape here. I gotta get.
You can make a hole with that. I need a perception check from both Thodubs and from Kizik.
Just blank.
Let's go ahead and call it 1 purple. Make my life easier.
My season.
What about you, Thodubs?
2-1.
Okay. You see it too.
We both pick up crystals and put them in our pockets. We're gonna be like everybody else.
Well, you are gonna, one of you is gonna find a crystal. That is true. A gem, not a crystal, actually. So there's a small catch of equipment where someone was prospecting down here. And you've never actually seen anyone prospecting here from your time here, but, you know, here it is. And each of you is going to pick up a pack with a couple of different things in it. It's lagging, so it's going to take me just a second. Okay, that's the one that needs one. Who wants gray and who wants red?
I'll take red.
Okay. So, Odubs gets this one. Bring it down here, put it on his table. And you get the other one. Gotta make sure everybody gets stuff, the non-enforced users. And then debt tape goes off, and there's a doorway. And you guys can go back towards the surface.
Gather up some carapace pieces, especially cool-looking ones, to make some armor for Minigar.
Yep. Other than a bunch of, you know, corpses that have been smashed flat, there's nothing between you guys and the exit.
Let's get this shit back to the Jawas.
Make sure you get yourselves all the way on the sideboard before I clean up the map. Everybody's got everything they need off the board?
Yes.
Somebody grabbed my token already? Oh, I
Yep.
disappeared. Okay. Hey, thanks, man.
I grabbed two, Chris. Somebody else grabbed you.
Like I just disappeared.
You don't want to go into the bag of holding.
No?
Into the bag void.
No, you don't.
Yes. It's a multiverse of you're gone.
It's hard. It's really hard to breathe in there. You guys that were off road south, is that where you guys were at? No. You were
North.
You were north. Alright. There we go. You guys are emerging from the cave at the entrance, so you guys would be over here.
Another clan of Jawas is taking apart our ship.
Nope, it's still there. All boo-booped.
I hit a button on the life sensor or the life form scanner, and I say, "Oh, look, that's off now. We can back her up." Oh man!
You know
Hey,
you know what's
little
hilarious? Is the bag that had the glitter stem in it, Argon ended up with. Or
Yeah, I noticed that. I'm like, oh, great. Just what I need.
You picked red.
Uh,
You did pick it. I mean, it's not
I-
even a setup.
no, I know. It is. I
It's
agree.
like you need to take that.
It's like, yeah, it's an omen.
It is. It is. I mean, it's practically. I mean, God gave it to you. You have to take it now.
Take me.
so here's the side map for the inside. I'm assuming everyone's in the ATT.
We got one person got to be on top on the guns.
Yep,
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
me.
I'll be driving again.
All right. So you guys gonna head back to talk to the Jawas, and since you've got a bunch of stuff for them, they're gonna be ready to go and move along on their adventure.
We got Gar and Mini Gar running the guns.
I'm gonna congratulate the Jawas on making excellent bolt casters. They did a great job.
No kidding. That's an amazing. It's like a cannon.
I'm gonna ask
Sure.
for a bandolier.
Yeah, same.
So one thing you guys would notice when you're firing it is that, like, now that you're done with the combat and the adrenaline's wearing off, your arms are super sore. It hurts to shoot this thing. Like, it's physically hurts you to shoot it. Now, this is cinematic. You don't have to take any statistic damage, but it's worth noting anytime you guys are talking about, like, using it. Like, if you hand it off to a party member, if they're not a Wookiee, there's a good chance that I'm going to roll dice when they fire it and say, oh, you broke your shoulder.
Or half Wookiee.
Strength-wise, you're about on the same plane. All right, so you guys are heading back.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna do a just single piloting roll. You guys have kind of gotten used to driving this thing, so you can co-pilot, and Crikey can do his piloting check, and we're only gonna call it a 2 purple.
I can't help you. I guess you get a boost. 2 advantages.
He's busy looking for his drone that popped out of the water earlier. He eventually finds it, and then he's like preoccupied with trying to get all the water out of it. He's got a bag of rice, and he's just trying to,
There's a little bit of an emotional connection. Her name is Cynthia.
All right. You make it back to the Jawas. They are packed and ready to go.
All right. We need the wire rope hooked up just real quick. Like, this thing's supposed to be able to walk vertically up a wall. So I think it uses the rope to do that. Can we have the Jawas hook it up?
I've yet to find anything about it walking vertically up a wall. I don't know if I would
I
keep
sent
chasing-
you the video.
Okay.
It's through Discord.
Is it like... Okay. And that's in full gravity?
I believe so.
Spider car. Does whatever.
Okay. I guess it does. Don't think that's not going to be an insane check, but they're going to work that out for you. They're going to be like, we need extra parts to make that work.
We give them some eggs.
They are really happy about the eggs, but they can't shit parts.
I do give the chieftain one of the pink crystal eggs.
Okay. Are you trying to haggle for Ruby?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
If look, Ruby's like a butterfly. It's meant to be. She'll come back.
Okay, well, you just shifted to 1 light side point.
Great.
He's so happy.
Yeah, you can tell.
All right, so they installed the 2 1/4 inch wire rope.
Yep, and it's on a self-retracting spool.
Excellent. It's got a
And
working load limit of 98,800 pounds.
and your magnetic feet that you need to climb up the wall, they're like, look, this is how it works, but we need a whole bunch of stuff. So here's a list of parts, and if we can get those, we'll install it for you.
All right.
Go to AutoZone. And they are mobile, and you are mobile. And are we ready to begin our journey on the long road?
How many more shots do we have for the cannon?
You have
9?
You have 60 shots for the
Oh,
cannon.
we have 60.
Oh wait, did you use one? Oh yeah, no, you didn't use one.
No, we didn't. 60.
Yeah, it's a lot of shots. Considering that this thing, the turret-mounted mouse driver cannon does 7 vehicle damage. Breach 2, slow firing 1.
Sweet.
And it looks like this when it fires.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. I'm so happy with that thing.
And the walking animation's really good.
Yep. That thing, I'm just so tickled about that.
It's got a light on it and everything.
All right.
Yeah.
So, just making sure before we leave Duke's area that you guys don't want to do anything else while you're here. It's kind of like your home away from home.
If we want to take back our ship, our skiff, back to where we're going, or I assume we're going back home or not, or
The skiff is being taken by Bob to chill at Duke's.
okay, so Bob already has that. Okay, gotcha.
Also, since he said that no one objected, are you guys trying to go home?
No, we're ready to escort.
You guys are about, just to be clear, you guys are about to take a huge road trip, like halfway across this planet, to try to go to the city where this giant Jumpa has already killed one group of hunters.
I got a planetary scale comlink.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably call up our pirate buddies.
For what purpose?
Backup, maybe. But that's also a thing we can keep doing as we head it out. They got faster vehicles than us.
That's absolutely true. Also, I'm not sure that's going to be in their wheelhouse unless your plan is to bomb it from orbit, which I guess is a tactic you could use.
Oh, they had a guy who liked to shoot rocket launchers at things. I gave him a bunch of rum. He was a pirate.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're all pirates. I'm not saying they wouldn't help you. I'm just, I was not expecting that approach. That's all. Okay.
I mean, we got something better to do. Anybody?
We aren't doing anything yet. I'm trying to figure out if there's anything you want to do before I change the map. All I want to do is know if I can change the map.
Yeah, I think we're good. There's nothing we need to do at Duke's.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
I'm going to switch to my cell phone.
Oh, am I going to have to... So I guess if I do that, and then I can put the long road here. There we go. It's that button.
Each day he steps into the yard to earn his wages working hard.
My brother's at the Bellagio in Vegas right now. And he sent me a video from the roof, and it looks cool as shit.
He's in Vegas.
Yeah. He and my dad drove down.
That's across the country.
It took him 5 days.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
That's not a casual drove down.
No. They had a big truck that no auto transport carrier would take because it was too big. So they drove that with a little U-Haul trailer behind it from here to Vegas.
Was there a car on the little U-Haul trailer for them to get back with?
No, they're gonna fly back.
Oh. Smart. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool, though. Vegas trip.
I told them to go see the crazy Ultramart that's from that company Meow Wolf. It's really trippy in there. I don't know if they'll do it though.
So, this is obviously a high-scale map. This is like a satellite view. It will take that walker kind of a day to do about 10 of these tiles. We'll call it 12 of these tiles to make the math easy. And that's assuming you don't hit any obstacles. With all of that said, some of these things are not... You're going to have to do a good job of separating what you know from what your character knows, because many of these things are not things you're going to necessarily know. You are going to know the basic layout of the road, though. Has anyone found it yet? There is an Easter egg in this map.
Oh, I'm not looking yet.
Those Ewoks?
No. But also, that's one of the things that unless your guys go that direction, which you will get close, you won't necessarily see that.
So we're sticking with the Jawas. Do you need piloting checks to run this thing?
We will, but I mean, you're going to need to see the map, and I know that you're on your phone, so I'm trying to give you a minute, because this is one of those, like, here's a strategic map. Now make the strategic decisions, and then we make checks.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And I'm just letting them hunt around for the Easter egg. It's a callback to a previous campaign, and really only Maul or Ghost is going to immediately get it, although we've set it enough around Kizik that he'll probably get it.
Is it the bridge?
Nope.
It's not this Waterloo thing, is it?
It is. Could you read it out loud for me?
It's like a well. There's even a dog in it.
That's pretty good.
Even a dog.
I know when you're back, Ghost.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, so you guys start on this end of the map, and you can go 12 tiles a day. You do know the basic layout of the road. We will roll each day for encounters, and what you don't know is, like, you don't know this encampment's here. You don't know this stuff is here. You also have a choice to go to the north branch of the road or the south branch of the road.
Okay. I was just marking with X's what our goal was.
Yep. You can slow down if you want to go off-road. You can slow down your tiles by half and just walk through the woods too. Your vehicle's capable of just knocking trees out of its way.
All right.
Do we know about Imperial presence in this area?
Nope.
We'll go these 3 first tiles, and then we'll check this bridge out. Is this bridge big enough for us to cross?
That's a good mechanics check. Let's have some people go out and survey the bridge.
What do the Jawas think?
The Jawas are in a repulsor vehicle. They can actually fly right around it.
They're like, "Fuck you."
They don't have feet.
2 purple.
Yep.
How tall is this bridge?
So this bridge is relatively tall for personal scale. If the ATTE were to fall through this bridge, you'd probably go down 10, 12 stories. It's pretty tall. It's pretty far for a person to fall.
Yeah.
A vehicle falling that far, like the ATTE falling that far, would damage it pretty badly. But into water, well, it's almost certainly the crew would survive, but it'd be in the water and probably partially broken.
3 success as far as surveying it.
Okay. It should, in italics, hold the ATTE, but it is made of wood. Alternately, you could just go down to the shore and try to ford the river, but this is a relatively quickly moving river and it is deep.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think going through the river, water is something that you can't go through if it's too fast.
We do have the wire rope now, though, that could help like tether us, pull us to the other side, whether we go across the bridge or the river.
I mean, wire rope plus a river. I'd take my chances that way. Have the Jawas float over that river, carrying our line, tie it to a big old strong thing on the other side.
Yeah, we could maybe even berm it. All right, so this would be another tile and another, so that's 5. And then let's do the wire rope across the river to forge this.
Okay, so let's go ahead and say that the Jawas tie off your rope. I'm going to give you a increase in your piloting check for that. Assuming someone is reeling you in. Now, there's a couple things you should note, and I need to know, mainly for Thodub's purposes. Thodub's likes to ride in the gun. The whole vehicle is going to be submerged. Is Thodub's going to ride with the other vehicle and help anchor the line, or is he going to be in the vehicle while you guys go through, or
if we need someone to reel it in who can breathe underwater, obviously I can volunteer for that.
that's also a good alternative.
I figured I was going to go and help anchor the line, but
Okay, I like that idea a lot. Can you give me a 1 purple mechanics check? And with Gar reeling it in, I'll add that as a advantage too.
so boost was the advantage then, right?
That wasn't how I was going to do it, but yeah, you go ahead and roll it. That's fine.
I mean, is that what you mean, or I just trying to make sure I
It's not really
understood?
what I mean, but it's fine. You can still have it because you're nearby Gar, and everyone gets bonuses for being nearby Gar.
Oh, okay.
Because he's so cool.
Okay, well,
It didn't help out too much.
all right. So, is there anything else anyone wants to do? Is there like a co-piloting check anyone wants to do?
I'm gonna co-pilot him.
It's a good idea.
Got 1.
All right. Well, that reduces it from 3 reds to 2 reds and a purple.
And then I got 1 boost.
No, it's not a boost. I'm upgrading your check. So one of your greens becomes a yellow.
Okay.
And yeah, Thodub's failed his check, so you're only going to get the 1.
Yeah,
Awesome.
baby.
Hell yeah. Okay, so you strut right across, and you do it so well. And if you want to spend your triumph some other way, you're just fine. But you now know how to do this. This is now a standard operation that you guys can do. So we'll reduce the difficulty of any future checks to do this by 1. You make
All right.
make it across to the other side. So how far do you guys want to go?
This is 6 tile. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then maybe we break for camp off the road.
Okay.
11. And then we camp here
Just
in the trees.
just south of the crossroad. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are going to have talks about what you're doing. Everyone's going to do a survival check. So, basically, everyone's going to give me a check to say I ate, I drank, I slept. And then I want a perception check from everyone throughout the night.
Yeah, we should take watch. What's the difficulty for survival?
Just a 1 purple. This is literal just camp.
I don't have the squirts.
I'm okay too.
Wow. Go Tho Dubs.
Yeah, hell yeah. Triumph on a survival check. How would you like to use that triumph? Or do you want me to come up with something? Are you muted, though, Dubs?
Crap, I am. I'm just having a full-length conversation with myself over here. Yeah. Go ahead and spend that triumph. I'm not sure how to spend it for a survival check.
10-4. Okay, so you're out there wandering through the wilds, and you stumble across old camp where someone else has, been out here and set up things, and they've left a couple of valuables behind. Were you one of the people that didn't have night vision goggles?
I think I've got them. Let me check real quick. I do have them.
Okay. All right. Well, you find some money amongst the various tidbits. So here's some hard cash. Take care of that however you want. And that's your triumph. Night goes by, morning comes along. The Jawas made camp on the other side of the road. They have a very interesting idea of stealth. Like, you all got off the road and you got kind of quiet, and you set up your little camp in your defensive positions. They're running like combat air patrols with their new aircraft that they're blatantly still learning how to fly. And they've got like full defensive perimeter set up with like the droids are clanking up and down the road. So they're a big old distraction, but they're on the other side of the road, so you figure you're pretty quiet.
Do we need to perceive things through the night? Everybody's taking watch.
I do need perception checks, and the perception checks are 2 purples.
We all get 1 boost.
You said perception was 2 purples, right?
Yep.
Somebody sees it.
Yeah, I had first watch.
I got it.
Hooks. You are playing with your cameras. And one of them spots what you're pretty sure is a Wookiee in the woods. And the Wookiee spots it. And you don't have live feed from these cameras. But it sees a thing and it says it's going to report back, so it starts flying back, and basically it leads a Wookiee right back to your camp. So we're going to say you had the last shift, so everyone's just started to wake up, and there's a Wookiee in your camp.
I hold up a finger to it because he saw me and I saw him because he was following my camera.
Yep.
Actually, I'm on the sniper rifle, like spinning a thing, and it's coming back, and I get it's in range beep beep on my data pad, and I watch it coming back, and then I see the shadow behind it. I'm gonna go, hey, Crikey, and go send the thing to wake up Crikey and say, there's a Wookiee coming towards us.
What's that? What, mate? Oh shit!
Yeah, man. I sent a drone out on a patrol, and it got followed back by a Wookiee. You wanna go say hi?
Yeah. Which way? That way.
It's coming down the road towards us. It's on the left side. It's hiding in the trees.
I walk out to where I'd be out in the open, and I greet him in Wookiee. I turn off my transliterator, and
Okay, well, you would be wise enough and Wookiee enough to know that it's a female Wookiee. Not necessarily something anyone else would have hooked up for you or him.
For him.
One of you got it. I thought I had a female Wookiee token in here somewhere.
Oh, you do.
There we go.
You definitely do, because there was a member of the party that definitely was into female Wookiees
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
and the abominations that he spawned.
That member of the party will be coming back as an NPC at some point, I hope.
Ugh.
So, Alra is this female Wookiee, and she comes up into the camp. She doesn't seem to be afraid of you guys, and she greets Crikey and in the native language and says, "Hello. We don't get many visitors well out here. Are you all just passing through?"
I'm Crocky. This is me, my family unit here. We are just passing through. What do you mean we? Are there more of you out here?
We have a small encampment here out away from the main civilization on this planet. Obviously, we don't get along too well with Imperials, and several of our numbers are escaped slaves. So we choose to live out here off the lands. We have a small village nearby. We can trade you basic supplies if you have anything. We are always short on technological goods. Can't help but notice you're moving in convoy with a group of Jawas.
Yes, right. We're escorting them out to like there's this massive Jupa worm out there. We're gonna go fight it.
Oh, you're part of that doctor's group. He came through here 2 or 3 weeks ago on his way out there. You must be moving to support his effort to hunt down that big one.
Yeah, that's right. There's actually he's got a lot of people helping him, I guess.
Oh yeah, he had like 6 or 7 big vehicles and a whole bunch of small ones and mercenaries and the like. It was very interesting.
Right. Well, did they do any trade with you? Were they nice?
I mean, most of them were pleasant enough. Yeah, we did a little bit of trading, but not a lot. I mean, they mostly had weapons, which I'm not saying we don't need them, but we don't, as a general rule, trade for too many of them. We're mainly looking for supplies, computers, power sources, things like that. We're especially short of fusion generators, if you have any.
I look back at Hooks. We can see what we've got. Why don't you come over and I'll introduce you to the group?
Oh, yeah, I point to your throat, man. You're not saying the words so you can hear, man.
Yeah, I put
He
the
said-
transliterator back on.
I'd like to look at him and be like, in Wookiee, say he said, and repeat what he said. But in Wookiee.
But in Wookiee, so it doesn't help him.
I imagine Gar's Wookiee is passable, but it's like
Oh, it's atrocious.
it's a third languge. Like,
Yeah, I learned it.
Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, I learned it from him, so it's got a thick, ridiculous accent. I mean, only half my mouth actually speaks it properly.
Alra, this is my family here. This is Hooks. This is Guy, and then we got Alcor over there. And yeah, like I said, we've been with these Jawas just for a couple days. We don't know them too well.
They're pretty good at fixing things, and they have some stuff. You saw my camera?
Yes, I saw the camera drone and I followed it back. I know that they don't usually have live transmission; they generally record. So I was trying to see if it was a group of travelers or if it was an Imperial patrol.
Yeah, we were a little bit worried about the Imperial patrols. but I take it by your presence that not a big deal out here.
They come by every once in a while. After a patrol or two disappears, they stop coming through.
I mean, this ship's not too Imperial friendly.
No, I imagine it's not. It's also a walker, not a ship. It's ATTE looks like it's probably first generation Clone Wars. Got some mass match servers, so since you're with the Jawas, my guess is that they've done some refit work for you.
Yeah. The front left leg clearly is not the right leg that goes there. That actuator, they didn't have that. And the wiring is special. But Jimmy, she goes. Oh, we just took her through that big old river.
So would you have access to any of the fusion generators or things that I need, or should I try to deal with the Jawas?
Man, we don't have a lot. We're just a hunting party. But the Jawas are pretty nice. You can ask them if they got any fusion generators. But again, we don't have any fusion generators, right?
I don't think so.
There's one in each crash survival kit as an emergency power supply. And I don't know if any of the rest of you have picked them up, but yeah, so small fusion generators, like micro fusion generators, are the kind of things you would use in like a survival lantern. Let me pull a card out so I can kind of show you what it looks like. But yeah, you probably have a few laid around, but they're also going to be things that are like they're in your crash survival kit for a reason.
I'm going to try to give her... Oh, man. She might have another Wookiee that could fix my bowcaster, though.
So here's an example of a microfusion, like survival lantern that has a generator built into it. That's about the smallest form factor they come in.
No, I'm sorry. We don't have we don't have a lot to spare.
Oh, that's fine.
But
Yeah, let's introduce you to the chief.
So she does some trading with them. She enjoys the outside contact. She does eye crikey up every once in a while, but she's not like hitting on him or anything. She finds it strange. You get the impression that he's traveling alone with this group of non-Wookiees.
They're not all non-Wookiees.
She doesn't know that.
It is pretty strange.
I'm half a Wookiee.
He's a Wookiee where it counts.
Yeah. Where does it count?
He did it all for the Wookiee.
Yeah. So she doesn't invite you guys. She basically says, "Hey, I've got a small village over here, and anytime you guys want to stop by, if you need an overnight place to stay, we're here. We do some trading. We definitely appreciate any electronic goods you can trade, and we can trade all sorts of stuff from the forest for it. We also have some limited mining operations, so we have some precious metals, but very few. But point of interest unlocked. She heads back to town unless you guys have further things to say to her.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a bandolier I could buy?
She can make you a bandolier.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, two of them.
She can make two, but you already have a bandolier. It's right here.
I do? Oh, okay.
Not you. Him.
Right, I had that for the bowcaster.
It's a bandolier.
Oh, okay. Bandolier's bandolier.
Yeah, it's a bandolier. But let me
Track.
go ahead and make one for Gar over here. So, since you guys don't have any technology to spare, she'll go ahead and take credits. 150 for the bandolier, whoever ends up buying it. And yeah, she says, please stop by. We're here. Community of Wookiees and trees.
Yeah, this place is awesome.
I get her phone number so I can call them whenever they need.
They don't
Whenever we get stuff.
they don't have a long range comm. You can get short range comms for them, but you know, the technology like a long range comm, that's a level of technology they do not have.
Man, we just got this.
Well, I'm just trying to impress upon you that they are, you know,
They're struggling. Got it.
yeah, they're out here with low tech. They're living in trees, you know. They're not carrying bowcasters. They're carrying like crossbows.
Well, let's keep driving.
Yeah.
So you guys convoy up again?
Oh, that's fun to move.
I know, right? You go ahead and move it. We're going to go right down the road.
You guys gonna map out where you're going first?
Just right down the road is 12 to get to the corner.
That's
Or
almost
do we want to stop before we get there? Take a couple of steps off and sleep in the trees again.
how small.
I
can
count
make
11 to this one.
this? Oop! I cannot. I made mistakes.
What happened?
I made mistakes. That's what happened.
You want me to hold that?
No, I got it. I just have to figure out what scale I was putting it at before. It's probably 5. Find out in a minute. Oh god, why did it make it bigger? Why would it do that?
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I fucked the table, so this is gonna take a minute. Yes, that's as small as I can make that. So we won't be bringing that out onto this map.
What is it?
I mean, if you weren't looking at the table, then you didn't see the disaster that just happened.
No, I did not see it.
All of the... So I tried to scale the Jawa home, and it was one of those models that is already gigantic, and if you try to rescale it, it becomes 1,000,000 times larger. So everything exploded. And I'm trying to fix it. I don't know where Dane's token is, other than it's gone.
It's okay for Dane to disappear.
It was in the Dane or
I got it.
the other show.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay. I think I fixed it. Okay, so you guys get to this point, you make camp, make your rolls. I'll make my roll. So everything looks good. Night passes uneventfully. You guys are at a crossroads. Which way are you gonna go? You guys gonna talk about that during the night?
Yeah, and we gotta do the shifts. First, we gotta remember to eat. We got 2 purples to...
You don't need to do the perception checks. You spotted the perception checks were to see if you saw the smoke on the horizon from the village. So you just need to make sure that you eat and discuss which way you guys want to go and what you want to do.
Yeah, man, it's left or right. I don't know if we want to flip a coin or... Oh, we should have asked that Wookiee which way is the right way to go.
Oh, yeah, that would have been a good idea. We can also just go straight through the middle. You know, we got the ability to just knock trees down.
Yes, but it halves your speed.
It does slow us down. It's true. Guy from heaven telling me that.
Are we in close range for the Wookiee lady? Can we call her?
They do not. No, you'd have to drive up there to talk to them. They have standard comlinks. Standard comlinks, I believe, are 25 meters.
Yeah, we too far away. Red is right, blue is left.
All right, I'm good with that.
What's straight?
Slow.
Yeah, we went red is right.
All right, we're gonna go right in the morning. It'd be funny if the Jawas make the opposite decision.
Jawas are following you.
Okay. Then yeah,
Yeah.
in the morning, we set off.
Oh, there's a set of trees that relocated itself back on the road.
We knock them down.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys make it there at the end of the day. You want to push through the night? You can camp.
I think we'll camp here.
Hey, Crikey, if you hold the brake down while you accelerate, when you let off the brake, does the legs spin really fast like that Roadrunner cartoon?
Nah, it doesn't, mate. I've been reading this manual. There's really cool things that you can do with it, like run up vertical walls, but you can't spin the wheels, so to speak.
Bummer.
Does it work on ice?
That's a good question.
Or sand?
I think you have to put ice skates on it.
It moves like a beetle. I think I'm going to name it Beetle.
That's already named a vehicle Beetle.
I've named a couple vehicles the Beetle.
I
wonder why.
Different.
But it looks like a beetle.
Yeah, this one actually does look like a beetle. Unfortunately, you have overused that.
We had like years of a campaign of you couldn't get rid of that thing.
The beetle?
Yeah.
That was my
You're
ship.
trying to find a new one, but everything you found was just not as good.
It didn't fit us, you know? The beetle fit us.
Yep. That's a good ship.
So that's 5, and now we have to make another decision.
Sure do.
I mean, generally speaking, right is always right. As a general rule.
I get that. We rolled a dice last time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Red was right, blue is left.
So we'd get about there-ish.
Do we? So we're supposed to be escorting these Jawas, right?
Yeah.
Once we hit the road, we'll slow down and we'll get the chief on the line, talking through Elroy. Say, hey, you guys know where we're supposed to be going? Should we go left or right?
I thought the deal was you were going to escort them there, so you were going to lead the way.
All right. We just know coordinates are this way.
Yep. There's a reason this is a dirt track and not like a highway.
Yep. Red for right. We're going right.
I've rolled yet again. I don't know how you keep doing it, but you managed to avoid every little dice roll. And you're almost to the end of the damn map.
I got a little bit sick. I tried to eat something too raw.
Those berries looked safe.
Oh no, I slipped one of the eggs in the berry pouch.
Ah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
That's awful. Awful night.
It was you see the look on his face right now.
I don't know how facially expressive bits are.
Probably not very.
That's why it's so impressive.
You can tell that my mouth is puckered a little bit harder than normal.
It's also you changed like you're a greenish color, and that's not normal.
It's also all the poo.
Yeah, oh yeah.
It's a lot of bouncing left and right.
So you make it out to the end of the map. You guys have gotten through here. And you've made every check without failing any of them. Other than the poo. It's pretty impressive. We stopped like what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times?
It's a week in the bush.
Yeah, and it's 4 out of 12 is a 33% chance to pass. Or is it 25%? No, 3 out of 12 is. No,
That's 33.
It's
You're
4.
correct.
Yeah, 4 out of 12. Yeah, it's. Anyway, so yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. So, you guys are gonna get out of this thing. So I'm just gonna.
This is why you always want to take a guide, everybody. Gar and I have been guides since we were little.
It is true.
There's a lot of effort for that map.
Individually, all those statements are true.
I'm going to have to make you guys come back through it.
Yeah, definitely. I gotta go see Alra again.
That's assuming that my computer didn't just freeze.
Packing up a billion trees was real hard.
Yeah, it was having issues.
Watch them get packed up by tree type.
My my encoder has also been struggling tonight. So it's that. So you guys go across some dirt tracks, and you have to cut across some fields, and eventually you come to the edge of the Farmore suburbs. These suburbs are right outside of an abandoned city. This is a completely abandoned area. And off in the distance, you hear the sound of cannon fire, and you see a Jumpa worm. Often there's like a city behind this map off in the distance, and you can kind of see it writhing, and you've seen it on TV, and this is your first time seeing it in real life, and it's way out there, but it's here. And as you roll up to this suburb, the ground starts shaking, and you notice all these craters on the ground as a smaller Jumpa worm comes out one of them, briefly sees you, and then goes back down into the ground. And you have arrived at this thing's territory. And that's what we're going to call the episode.
Nice.
You see it slowly turn around.
Got you here, guys. Bye.
We got the Jawas here. Homework before next episode. Everybody watch Tremors.
The old graboids.
Yeah, I asked you guys to watch one episode of a show, and I think a good chunk of you did not. So
I totally watched it.
I know you did. Kizik did too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all good. It was a very quickly abandoned city from a very long time ago, and doing some archaeological stuff here, if you live long enough, might be profitable.
I mean, we just gotta take some of these cars back to the Wookiees living in the trees.
How many cars do you know that sat outside for 100 years and still run?
I mean, you just take them to parts. We got a ship. We just drag them a whole load of parts. That's what she really wanted.
I kind of want this XJ. That is a cool looking car.
It's a classic too.
It looks like a classic. I don't want a car though.
By want that car, you mean to shoot it with your breach weapon and see what happens.
I mean, that would be pretty cool.
Mhm.
The graffiti's awesome.
Nothing's gonna beat Dirty Mike.
So, what'd you guys think? We did do a little bit more of it was like a housekeeping episode almost to get you guys set up for this one. We should have a pretty action-packed one next time, but how does everyone feel about it?
Went good.
Yeah, we knew it was going to be a road trip.
I think rolls were impeccable. Man.
You did have some
bugs.
good rolls, but see, that's when I was talking to you, Thodubs, and I said, you know, early on, dual wielding is risky because of how your dice rolls are. And you're now at a point XP wise where that is flipped. It's totally worth the risk once you get up to like 2 and 3 yellows to start dual wielding those pistols.
And also,
yeah.
There's traits you can take that'll knock that 2 advantage down to 1 advantage, like specialization wise.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of stuff you can do that mitigates that stuff.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream there, guys. Thanks everybody for stopping by.